Hey, hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
You can't hear me, right? You can hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Hold on. I don't know how to do my volume. Fuck.
It says
I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna go out and come back in. I don't know what happened with this damn thing. Let me see. Leave. Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Let me tell you something. My laptop, it works on its own. It don't like me no more. I don't know what I did to it, but it's bugging out. But we're gonna get through this. Let me put my glasses on. Okay. Got wipe down. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Brooklyn Squad in the building, and today we have a very, very, very special person that I'm really grateful that I got to know a little bit. You know what I mean? First off, I want to say if you're new, sit back, put your seatbelt on, and just take in what's about to go down, what's about to happen. And if you've already been here for a while, you already know what it is. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification. And that is that. And I call you Miss Denise. Is that okay? Because I
Yeah,
don't want to get your last name wrong. So I'm always saying Miss Denise, pretty lady Miss Denise. We have Miss Denise here today. And Miss Denise is Aliyah Wilson's mother. I heard about this story because someone sent it to me actually in a private message, and they said, "Hey, Brooklyn Squad, take a look at this." So I was like, "Okay, let me see what's going on." And when I read it, I immediately was like, "Wow, wow." Uh, she was so young. You know, Aliyah was very young, and I wanted to know more about it. So I went to a lady Candace page, and I seen you did an interview with her, and a lot of stuff came out. So I reached out to Miss Denise, and we've been messaging each other and stuff. And I felt like it was important for her to come on here and tell you guys about her daughter and what she feels happened. You know, because me coming and saying it, I didn't know Aaliyah, but I'm saying what I've seen, you know, and just little things here and there. But I said it's better if she comes because that was her baby girl. If anyone knows her, is her mother. You know, and I'm gonna let her speak. I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna let her talk. How are you feeling today?
I'm okay. It's hard every day. Guess I'll get into the story. On July 19th, 2020, my daughter was hung, and I was not informed until July 23rd. And how I was informed was her ex-girlfriend texted me a message that I woke up to that said, "They told me your daughter has died." I ran upstairs to my husband, told him that Courtney Brown texted me and told me that Aaliyah had died.
Mm. It's okay.
Excuse me.
It's okay. Take your time. It's okay.
He called the police. He got my phone and called the police, and the police said he confirmed that he was looking at a file. Said my daughter hung herself with the fitted sheet, and she left no note. And then the coroner called me immediately after we got off the phone with the police. They immediately called and said that my daughter hung herself with the fitted sheet. She left no note. That she came out of her apartment with some Nike slide-on shoes, barefoot. She walked upstairs and hung herself. And yes, of course, at first I believed it because, you believe what the authorities tell you. And so I was like, wow, I believed it. But then I was getting all this evidence, people calling and stuff. And I knew right away that Courtney had something to do with it, the ex-girlfriend. I was like, whether she coerced my daughter and made my daughter do it and watched, I just knew she had something to do with it. And then as time went on, that day, I found out that she didn't do this. I started seeing all this evidence that well, for one, there was no dirt on my daughter's feet. The sheet was cut to 21 inches. All her bedding was missing. I was getting messages. Weird stuff started happening before I got to Texas that got me to thinking. And I was getting text messages. Courtney sent me a picture of my daughter's bedroom and asked me what would I like. And I was appalled at that. We were texting each other back and forth for like an hour and constantly texting each other. And then all of a sudden she sent me this picture. And when I wanted to know the apartment number, she's like, let me look it up. And it was like an hour before she texted me back, talking about she didn't go in there. She never gave me the apartment complex number. But while she wasn't on the phone texting me, I Googled it, found it, and asked them to change the locks. And when they went to go change the locks, they caught Blue coming out, this girl named Blue that used to live with my daughter, coming out my daughter's apartment. She no longer lived there, and she hadn't lived there in months. But they caught her coming out. And I just have all this evidence, like Courtney's on an app called Stereo. She's saying Aaliyah Killer is her username, Aaliyah Killer, which is my daughter's name, Aaliyah. My daughter talked about abuse with Courtney. Everybody immediately thought that Courtney hurt my daughter. I have messages from Courtney, like, hold on, I want to pull them out and read them. I found a tweet, some tweets Courtney made, and she's talking about laugh my ass off. This girl a whole ass joke. Bitch, stop playing victim and accept that I beat your MF ass, and you wasn't expecting that already. Another one is beat a bitch up. Yup. And then She also posted, bitch thought I was going to jail at my ass, joke on you sisters. That's because the police were called 10 times within my daughter's unit to her apartment within a year, and the police never did anything because Courtney was given conflicting statements. And on the police report that I have, it states, I would just like to read the 10 reasons why. It, to me, most of them are Courtney. This one says Wilson was involved in a physical altercation with a former girlfriend named Courtney T. Brown. Wilson and Brown gave conflicting statements, basically. That was one report. I won't read the whole thing. The other one is stating it's burglary with an intent to commit assault. And it says Wilson called the police and reported that she had been assaulted by her ex-girlfriend, Courtney Brown. Another one, Wilson reported that she was assaulted by Courtney Brown.
Wow.
Yeah. Another one, Wilson reported that she was assaulted by Courtney Brown. And then another one, Wilson told the officers that she was involved in an altercation with the girlfriend, Courtney Brown. And the police never protected my daughter. They failed to protect and serve my daughter. I don't know if I have any more of them. But they failed to protect and serve my daughter. My daughter called the police because she thought they'd protect her, and she let them know, but Courtney would lie to the police, so they never did anything. They never did anything, but that was like 4 or 5 of about 5 reports that I gave. So half of the calls that the police were to my daughter's residence was because of Courtney assaulting Aaliyah. I also got the police report that says that the time they found the body is like 4:20 in the morning, but the coroner investigator report says the time they found the body was at 4:30. Why is there a 10 minutes difference? They got the statements from the person that found my daughter's body, which was the security guard. He said he came around the corner and seen dangling feet, and he ran to call the police.
Let's go back just a little bit. When you said Aaliyah had no dirt on her feet, because a lot of people don't know, what we're talking about when we say that. They said that she had to walk through. Can you just explain that a little bit?
Yeah, they said she walked upstairs barefooted because her apartment was downstairs, and I guess she hung herself upstairs. It says she walked upstairs barefooted, but there wasn't even a pebble on her foot. There wasn't even a grain of sand. Her feet were clean.
Right.
And like I have a TikTok page, and somebody commented on my TikTok page about a guy duetted. He went out to the apartment and showed leaves and stuff, and they were like, well, I don't think there was leaves in July. Well, he was just trying to make a point that there is dirt out there because it is like it's not the best of an apartment complex. The maintenance don't keep it up or anything like that. So yeah, there was dirt out there. It wasn't a clean apartment.
Right. And I seen the dirt. So they're saying that she had to walk through there to get up the stairs. Her bottom of her feet would have been dirty.
Right.
It would have been dirty. And you're saying it was no dirt on her feet at all.
No. And then if people do the math, a standard balcony railing, which they said she hung herself, is 32 inches to 36 inches. So we'll just say it's 32 because it was like a hood apartment complex. So they want to pay for a 36-inch. Right. So the sheet was cut to 21 inches. She was 66 inches. So what, was she bent over? Right. Was she bent over? I mean, there's no way she could have tied that. And it was a special knot that was tied. You had to have knowledge of tying that kind of knot. And she wasn't in construction or the army or nothing. You had to have knowledge of it. And she didn't have knowledge of it. And then I have statements from her where she's saying that Courtney's harassing her several times. She talks about abuse with Courtney. She's tried to buy a gun 30 days before. I have a statement of that, of her asking her friend about a pistol. I have statements saying that she couldn't wait to come home because our plan was for her to come home July 31st when her lease was up. And she posted online, F Texas, F my apartment, I'm going back to Michigan. And 3 days later, she's dead. So, and there's just a lot going on with the case. And I haven't sent you your packet yet. It's because my husband forgot to mail it. But it's frustrating because I sit here and I mail these packets to people that claim they're gonna help me, and they get the packet and it's like they just want the packet or something to see. But they don't help me, and it's like I have all this evidence, and I don't know, it's frustrating because they make it seem like it's no evidence that's in the packet. Yes, it's circumstantial, but it's motive. It's reason to question the girl, and they never even question her. I'm not even saying accuse her of murder. No, you don't have to do that. I know you murdered her, but I know the laws and everything, so at least question the girl. I mean, don't accuse her. I mean, question her. I feel like if they question her, she's gonna tell it. I just want her questioned, because one of her statements is, she wrote me, this is September 9th of 2020. She said, I have info about Aaliyah. She's telling me to please call her back. And then she says, I know for a fact who hurt your daughter.
Yeah. And who said that?
Courtney Brown said that. I know for a fact who hurt your daughter. I took this to the police because it's like, okay, y'all said it was suicide, but she says she knows for a fact who hurt Aaliyah. So the police officer told me, Lieutenant Mueller, he had the nerve to tell me, yeah, we know Courtney was toxic. I said, okay, why didn't you question her? Because nobody was on the scene. It's like,
what? I want to, that's wow. I didn't even know that. Wow.
Oh yeah. And then, hold on, there's more. She's got one in here where she emailed my daughter 57 times just to get her back. Who does that?
Obsession.
Another one, she says, the source that gave me info about knowing the people who had something to do with Aaliyah's death. The people who had something to do with Aaliyah's death. And this is nothing to the police. The police said I sent some random posts and stuff. No, these are actual text messages and actual posts they wrote. I didn't steal them. They didn't steal them from people. They posted it or they sent it to me.
I want to also talk about the cell phone, her cell phone. Before we get into that, Miss Denise really needs a private investigator. Okay, she needs a private investigator. She has a GoFundMe. Can you please put your whatever you have, a PayPal, Cash App, GoFundMe? Can you put the link in the description in the comments box right there?
What do I do? Chat and
yeah, okay. Yeah, your link, whatever you have. If a GoFundMe, put that link. Cash App, PayPal. You know, if someone could just donate whatever you have, and when as that continues to add up, hopefully we can get a private investigator for her. Please, 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 please. This is very important because the police ain't doing nothing. Okay, they're not doing anything. Hello, Romel. And there's so much evidence that Miss Denise has, and I want you to hear about the cell phone.
Yes. I don't even know if I don't know where the picture is. It's probably on my TikTok page. Look at my papers. Okay. Yes, I have a picture of my daughter holding a cell phone hanging in her hands, and she's hung. And here it goes. The police don't have that picture. And when I asked the police officer, did they want the picture? He told me no. Why he don't want the picture, I don't know. But thousands of people can see it. It's gonna be hard because it's
okay.
a TikTok right there, but
It's clear as day.
But it's right there. That's her phone that I have, and she's holding it.
Aaliyah is holding her cell phone in her hand and hung from a balcony. How is that even possible for her to do?
Exactly. And the coroner had the nerve to tell me they didn't see it. And it's like, well, are you blind? Because thousands of other people see it.
Right.
I don't understand. Courtney reports all my videos. She tries to get me on my videos. Basically, I'm reading evidence or I'm playing her voice clippings, because I do have voice clippings of her, and she reports me doing that to get me to shut up and get my page taken down. It has worked, but I keep making new pages and I keep talking about it. The voice clippings I'm talking about, I have it's on my TikTok page. Justice for Aaliyah, if anybody wants to hear them. Aaliyah, like the singer, with one A though. But the voice clippings are saying that my daughter went out with a bang. Another voice clipping is telling me I told her I didn't know I had to protect my daughter from you. And she came back and said, I'm not the only, and stopped. She was about to say she wasn't the only one, because I know she wasn't the only one.
Right.
Another voice clipping, she's telling me basically I can look at my daughter in the urn, but she says at urn, like she's gonna say my daughter was in the attic. Pulling the blood, somebody that hangs themselves, it should be at their feet. Ligature mark should be up by the ears. My daughter's ligature mark goes directly around her neck, directly around, perfect, all the way around. It don't go up at all. And the pooling of blood is in my daughter's back and in my daughter's head. I was not allowed to identify her body, and the reason why I think that is because the autopsy made sure to mention some red toenail polish, but they mentioned nothing about her hands or her arms. And if you look at the picture, I don't know if y'all know that picture's blown up, but if you look at the picture I have, on her knuckle, not the one where she's holding the phone, so that would be her right knuckle, I think, but not the one she's holding the phone in. Her other hand is a spot of blood or a bruise or something, but it looks like a spot of blood, like she punched something. And then if you blow the picture up, you can see bruising on her arm, discoloration, because she was around my complexion.
I'm trying to find I found it. I'm sorry. I'm listening to you and I'm trying to find your YouTube page so I can show the evidence of this freaking girl harassing you. And and how Aliyah wanted to come home. So I was listening, and you saw me looking down. I was trying to find your YouTube channel just to, set it up. And you saying that she had bruising then. She was fighting for her life.
Exactly. Yes, she was.
She was fighting for her life. Something that really caught me was when I went to Kansas Channel and I heard your daughter through the what is that called?
The spirit box.
The spirit box. Your baby girl said, "Silly hoe." I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, she said she was confused, and I know she was confused because it's like she didn't expect her a friend, an ex-girlfriend, to do that, and the ex-girlfriend did that because she wanted to leave. And a lot of people say, "Well, if you're in a toxic relationship, get out." Well, my daughter was trying to. The girl killed her before she could get out.
Yeah, it's not that easy. And the reason I brought up about her saying silly hoe is because I remember you saying that is something that she would say.
Yes, it is. Yes, so it is. That's how she talks.
Chills. Yeah, I had got chills when I heard that. I was like, oh wow, I need to look into this more. Um, Courtney, it sounds like Courtney was very, very obsessed with your daughter.
Oh yeah,
Abusive relationship.
yeah. She's got a picture of my daughter, and then on the picture it says "mines." Like
Mm,
this is mines, you know.
and her. She was trying to own her.
Exactly. And like I found a statement on Facebook from 2 years ago. You know how they put old statements out there?
Yeah.
And my daughter did have herpes. Put that out there. She was very clean about it. But Courtney made a statement. I don't know exactly what she said, but she was asking her Facebook friends that if really like someone and that person really liked you, but they had a curable disease, would you get with them or would you treat them inhuman? And so it piqued my interest because it was 2 years ago when they had met, and then she was saying something about disease, and my daughter had herpes. So I was just curious.
Right.
So I read it. The first response was, well, if it's curable, why do they still have it? The second response was Courtney. She said, well, it's not curable, but it's maintained with meds. So I definitely knew she was talking about my daughter because herpes maintained with meds.
Right.
And the third response is, why would you treat them inhuman? So I look at it like Courtney mattered. Courtney had a plan for her.
And this is 2 years after.
Or no, this was 2 years prior when she had met her. When Courtney met her.
So she just put stuff like that on the internet.
Right. And you rated it, it's out there for life.
You know, I know that we also, if you don't mind, talking about Courtney was making Aaliyah do certain things Aaliyah did not want to do. Do you want to talk about that? If you feel comfortable?
I don't like to admit it, but yeah, my daughter was being pimped. I have statements of Courtney saying that she's a pimp, she's a drug dealer. But yeah, she was pimping my daughter, taking my daughter's money, and my daughter was just tired. She didn't want to do that, and she was trying to come home. She wanted to get out that lifestyle. She wanted to better herself. She wanted to be a social worker. She just wanted a better life. So
I saw a video of her singing.
Right.
Pretty voice. Can we talk about a little bit about her personality, who she was?
I had made the comment that everybody loved my daughter, which everybody that was her friend did love her. Somebody had made the comment, no, everybody didn't love her, and but everybody loved my daughter that knew her. She lit up a room. Like one of her friends made a statement that when they were at the shelter for problems, that the friend didn't want to talk about her problems, but my daughter brought her out of that and made her want to talk about it, her problems, and get better. So my daughter was good at that. She was a person, always smiling, always had a joke. Yeah, that's my baby.
Twins, y'all. Twins. Aww.
But yeah, she was a good person. Like I said, when she always smiled, I guess maybe because she had, which I don't know why it wasn't mentioned in the autopsy. They said all her teeth were natural, and it seems like an autopsy person would know my daughter's teeth were not natural. Her two front teeth, when she was she went to the Boys and Girls Club there in Texas, and they told her to stop running, and she didn't stop running in the hallways, a kid.
Yeah.
And she fell and broke her two front teeth. I had to take it to the dentist and get because they were her permanent teeth that she broke. And they were like, oh, we looked for them, but we couldn't find them. So I had to take her to the dentist, and she got two fake ones put on. And she was at the age where it was time for her to get she had to go back to the dentist and get permanent more put on.
And they didn't mention that in the.
No, they said her teeth were all natural. No, her teeth were not all natural. I know the dentist I took her to and everything.
That's really, really strange. Wow. Let's. I know you were saying that she also had marks on her wrist.
Yes,
She had bruising.
yes. My own family doctor seen that because I talked to I went to the doctor for another reason, but when I asked her to look at the picture, if she mind, and I wanted to know, did she see the cell phone, which she did.
Mm.
And I asked her, I was like, I blew the picture up, and I was like, do you see bruising on her arm? She did. And then she, without me saying anything, she made a statement and was like, was she dead before they hung her? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yes,
Oh
that's what I
wow.
believe. Yeah, she was like, because the pooling of the blood will be at her feet, not at her head. You can automatically tell by looking at my daughter hanging that she looked like a zombie. She was like, you could tell the pooling of blood was at her head. Her head was right there by the cement walkway of the balcony. What about fight or flight? Natural reaction is to grab. Nothing. She had no markings, no bruising.
Oh shit. Excuse. Wow.
And this is the ligature mark. Let's see if we can see how it goes around her neck,
Yep. Yep.
around the back. Um,
Somebody's hands was around her neck.
right. Don't
Yep.
go up at all. It's not up by her ears at all.
Uh-uh.
So I know they hung my daughter. So, and I've been fighting for 2 years, and I plan on keep fighting as long as it takes. So, and I'm going to Texas July 19th. Courtney has threatened me that if I come, I'm going to be in a casket. I'm not going to be in
Whoa.
the no more.
What?
Still going. When I went to Texas a couple months ago and protested with some people in front of the police department, I was doing a live video. I wasn't talking, I was just showing the protest. She
Mm-hmm.
reported it and got my live video taken down. So of course, I appealed it. They put it back up, but it was kind of too late because I have to wait like 48 hours. So, but I'm going to go again. Courtney's made statements to me that I did not post because people will feel the TikTok will feel as threatening, even though it's threatening towards me. But she told me that I was disabled, disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I might be disabled, but you don't know if I'm disarmed or not.
And this is supposed to be the love of her life. Your daughter-in-law is supposed to be your daughter-in-law. She's supposed to be have loved Aaliyah. She was by Aaliyah's side. Didn't she stay? Wasn't she living with Aaliyah at one point?
Yeah, but I got a statement where she says her DNA is not at the scene. That's because she wiped it all up. Because when I got to Texas and I went to my daughter's apartment, she lived there for a year, just went to court, but there was no piece of paper, no receipt. All her bedding is missing, down to the box spring that was in plastic is missing. I found a bag of soaking wet towels. Asked a lieutenant Sweet that retired. Didn't let me know he was retiring, and he retired young. Um, I asked him, did he want them? He said no. What for? We said they might be evidence. He said no. I mentioned them, I guess, when I was doing a live or at my daughter's candlelight or something. And the police called me 2 days later and told me they had a witness that Courtney busted out my daughter's window. Didn't say she went in. They said that she was caught breaking my daughter's window. So I went over there maybe a day or so later, curious about those wet towels. The wet towels were gone, along with all her bras and panties. And the bras and panties is something I wouldn't take because, I mean, that was hers. I'm not gonna. I don't want her bras and panties.
Right. That's
But
something that sounds like Courtney would take because she was with her
exactly.
for years.
I was told by Aaliyah's true friends how toxic and crazy Courtney was. They said Courtney had just break into my daughter's apartment just to lay on my daughter's bed.
Oh wow,
Yes, so
more
they
than
know.
excessive.
they know she's like mental. She's very toxic and mental. She's an alcoholic. Um, she's admitted that. My daughter states about how she's an alcoholic. Um, Friends have stated that she's an alcoholic. She be intoxicated all the time. So, she
But
actually had me as a Facebook friend for like a year and a half, and finally, okay, finally, I sent her a picture of my daughter hanging, and I said, "This is what you did to the love of your life," and she blocked me. So I must have hit a nerve.
mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I was sitting there calling her a killer for 2 years, and she didn't block me. But I sent you that picture and told you what you did, and
Mm.
you didn't want to see that picture.
Mm-hmm.
You
She
didn't want to
blocked
see
me.
what you did, but you did.
Right.
So,
And she still managed to harass you. And there is an audio where she says addict, like she was gonna say addict.
yeah, when
I
she
can
said
play it
I
right,
can look
but
at
I'm
my
sure
daughter,
you
and
know.
that
Right.
she's trying
I,
to tell me I can look at my daughter in the urn, but she's
right.
like, you can look at your daughter in that damn attic, and she stopped.
Hmm. Let's play that. I have it right here, guys. Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Okay. I don't know why this acting more. This phone's acting a little cuckoo. It's like Roman. It usually, I don't know why it's doing that, but 1 second, y'all. There we go. Okay. Now, what you're going to hear is Courtney, of course, disrespecting Aaliyah's mother again, but she puts her foot in her own mouth. Oh, shit. Look, soon as it was about to play, I didn't turn it off to try to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. And how old was Aaliyah? She was what, 20?
22.
She was
She
22.
they killed her a week before, about 2 weeks before her birthday. Her birthday was August 4th,
I didn't know that.
and she was excited about that.
Wow. Okay, it's just loading up, y'all. I apologize. I don't know why it's acting a little cuckoo. And the person that found Aaliyah, did he call the cops?
Yeah, he said the security guard said he came around the corner, seen dangling feet, and he ran to call the police.
He took pictures.
But yeah, you had time to take a picture. Yeah, that's how I obtained the picture.
Mm. And this is the security guard.
Right. So to me, that's weird that you took a picture of my daughter holding a cell phone, but the police or the coroner don't have a picture of her holding a cell phone. So you said nobody went near the body. So somebody did go near that body.
Took the cell phone? No, because
And put it in her backpack. So that cell phone, now it's got tons of fingerprints on it because it's been in a lot of people's hands trying to unlock it. But it would have had fingerprints on it. But the police didn't care about unlocking my daughter's cell phone because they could have took her dead thumbprint and unlocked the phone, but they didn't care.
that they could have done that too. Why do you think my opinion is we're black. There's a lot of murders going on I'm seeing, and they're always labeled it as suicide.
Right.
Brushing it under the rug.
I think it was because she was a black girl. Well, they consider her black,
Right.
even if she was mixed. She had black in her, so they consider her black. She was a black girl. She was gay.
Right.
And we were poor, and they could. Yeah, people are like, well, how they know she was gay? I mean, you can basically tell a gay person. She had the little cropped haircut. I mean, she was practically bald
Right, I
because
see
she wore
that.
wigs, and so you would have been able to tell, like, okay,
And she was on social media a lot as well.
right. And she was very proud to be gay. She was a pansexual, and I had to look that up because I didn't know what a pan. I'm like, what's a pansexual? Pansexuals, they loved everybody. They didn't care if you were bisexual, gay man.
Right.
They love you as long as you love them. They love you.
Aw.
She just
Wow.
wanted to be loved.
Let's hear about Miss Courtney Brown putting her foot in her mouth.
Now, listen to this one of Courtney putting her foot in her mouth, and let's see if you can catch it.
Girl, wasn't nobody harassing Aaliyah. She wasn't trying to buy no gun because of me, bitch. She wasn't even worried about me at that motherfucking me time. The fuck? Wait, no, you didn't get word from shit. Shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. I don't give a fuck. You think I'm sitting here listening fully all the fuck you saying in your damn recordings? Hell no. Because for why? You sound retarded. And you're going to continue to sound retarded, dumb as fuck. You can't accept the fact that your daughter committed suicide and you want to sit here and pinpoint and blame out all the people or the closest people that was to her that wanted nothing but the best for your daughter. Girl, shit your ass down, because if you really cared and loved Aaliyah, you would have been there for her back then instead of being right now trying to be here for her right now. The fact that she's fucking dead and gone and in that damn in that damn urn. How about you open up that urn where her ashes is in and fucking look and take a look and see who really fucking killed her? Bitch, she did. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Stop talking to me, ho. Blocked.
So,
She's so nasty where she tells me that I killed my daughter. That my daughter is dead because of me. I killed her. Because I'm a shitty mother and I'm here for my children now, but I couldn't be there for Aaliyah. I mean, oh, she laid into me. Um,
She's
she has laid.
putting the blame on other people when it's really her.
Right. And then she sits there and
Allegedly.
like admits, oh, I loved Aaliyah. I've been there for Aaliyah. The people that have been there for her. Her and Blue, like Blue posted, oh, beautiful. I'm gonna miss you. Keep coming in my dreams. Well, keep coming in your nightmares. But they sit there and try to make themselves seem like they really loved Aaliyah and were there for Aaliyah. But hey, where are these tattoos that they said they were gonna get of Aaliyah? They never got them. They never posted about Aaliyah. They don't talk about Aaliyah. They didn't even come to Aaliyah's candlelight. And they were online talking about
Wow.
they were the best friends and all this, but nobody came to the candlelight. It was like nobody came.
No friends of hers.
No, well, two friends came of hers. Somebody came that was a spy for Courtney because as soon as I left the candlelight, I say 5 minutes after I left the candlelight, Courtney called me, questioning me about my daughter's it's an earring gauge where it makes your earring hole bigger.
Right, you
She
was telling me
that was
that.
missing, and Courtney questioned me about it. Then Courtney called this girl named Lachey after me that was at the candlelight visual and questioned her about what do you mean how the knot, it was a special knot that was tied. Only a guilty person would do that. You called right after the candlelight. So Courtney had one of her friends there that was recording it and spying for her.
Oh wow.
I don't know who it was, but she had somebody there.
Wow. Yeah, I do hear when she said attic. So did she? It's allegedly it would sound like that's where they put her in the attic.
Yeah, like they
She's
stored
looking
her
like she was dead
figure
for a
out,
while.
right, until they could figure out what they could do with her.
Right.
And
Here's another more lies Courtney tells. I don't know why this phone wants to load up and then act right. There we go.
my beautiful Aaliyah, 22 years old. Courtney hung her. Here's another voice clipping of Courtney.
And another thing, Facebook did that shit, okay? Did nobody else do that shit to Aaliyah's page? The more you tag her in something or mention her page in something, they know for them not to delete the page, they memorialized it so nobody could delete the page. That's what they do. They did it with King Von on Instagram. They did it with Mo on Instagram, where they memorialized his page so the page won't be deleted, bro. Like, get your facts straight. Make sure when you're doing your private Junie B. Jones investigation, you're getting your facts straight, because you sound so stupid. You sound so stupid. Like, really, please, go get you some help and stop being Detective Junie B. Jones and playing Facebook police, investigating on Facebook like you some kind of goddamn detective. Go take your ass and go take care of your kids, baby, and go grieve in peace and go on about your business.
Okay, then what we're talking about.
Okay, well, what we're talking about on that is, for one, I did my investigation. I got facts. I know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
For one, if you Google, will Facebook memorialize your page? It takes Facebook months to memorialize your page. Even when somebody tells them, it takes them months to do it. Unless you have that person's page information, their passcodes and all that, you can press a button, memorialize it. She memorialized that page like a couple weeks after Aaliyah was dead. I wrote my daughter on Messenger August 8th because that's how me and my daughter always communicated. And it made me feel better. I know my daughter was dead. I wrote her August 8th. Why did my daughter look at it? Because Courtney was on my daughter's page. Courtney has changed my daughter's Gmail information, all her account information. Courtney knew my daughter's cell phone is locked. She knew I wouldn't be able to get into it because she changed all the Gmail and all the information. And the reason why they didn't take my daughter's cell phone is because it can be traced.
Wow. And she was with her for what, 2 years? So she would know a lot of stuff, especially, when you're in a relationship, that's the first thing is the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be in your man's or your girl's cell phone and stuff. And, and that is kind of the key right now, because I just want to stop for a second and just read the chat. Lakeisha says she doesn't know about the case, what's going on. So this is Miss Denise. This is Aaliyah's mother. Aaliyah was 22 years old, living in Texas with her girlfriend Courtney. And 2 years ago, on July 19th, she was seen hanging from her balcony. The police say it's a suicide. And Denise's mother says, Miss Denise says, hell no, no suicide. My child was murdered. Her neck was not broken. She had bruising on her neck and her wrist. And the cops didn't do a damn thing, no investigation. The media didn't even take the story. And it's been wiped under the rug. She was in an abusive relationship, and that's what we're talking about right now. And they're showing you a lot of love in the chat, Miss Denise. They're showing you a lot of love in the chat. Cell phone. It seems like a lot of cases I've seen, there's problems with cell phones. What was going on with the cell phone? I know you couldn't get into the cell phone, and that has a lot of it probably will have a lot of information. Who she met that night, who she was with that night, hanging out.
Right. It'd be that kind of info on the cell phone. And my daughter wrote all her feelings. So if they abused my daughter, which I know they did, all that, everything they did to my daughter, she wrote. And it's in that phone. Just like when Courtney sent me a picture of my daughter's bedroom and asked me what I would like. Oh my God. My daughter's journal was sitting on the bed because she wrote all her feelings down. So they had to make sure they stole that journal. They stole that journal along with all my daughter's clothing. There wasn't no clothing in my daughter's closet hanging up, and she lived there a year, but no clothing in her closet.
And the journal is gone.
The journal is gone. And they said that the sheet she used that she hung herself with was cut to 21 inches. There was no cut sheet in my daughter's apartment. Where's the other piece of sheet? Her apartment door was locked. So what? She was worried about people thieving from her. So she locked the door. Everything was already gone. So she locked the door. I mean...
And the cops, and none of this they paid attention to. The sheet. You know what blew my mind is because her box spring was gone. Her mattress was gone.
And I have pictures of it. It's in plastic. It's about that thick. It's not a regular. Hold on, it's about that thick. It's not one of those big fat box springs. It's about that thick and some plastic. And the plastic had a little hole in it. I got a picture of it.
And it's gone. It wasn't there. It wasn't in her on her bed.
No, when I got there, see, I didn't know about. I wasn't putting everything together. When I was looking for a piece of paper or a receipt, I flipped over the mattress. There was no box spring. I flipped over the mattress, looked in her closet. I dumped out the trash can, all looking for a piece of paper, and there was nothing.
And you have a security guard, right, that roams that area. How often?
The apartment complex, when I talked to them about my daughter's death, they told me they thought it was foul play to begin with. I asked about how often does the security guard make its rounds. They told me every 30 minutes. I said, oh no. Because if you Google Piney Point, it's like 3 apartment complexes in one. I said, there's no way he can make rounds around this whole place in 30 minutes. Then she changed it to every hour.
Wow. So Courtney was living with her. She would know what time, allegedly, I have to say allegedly on here, she would know what time security is roaming around, because if security is roaming around, how the hell would nobody see someone taking a freaking box spring?
That's because I was told by some people that live out there that they've never seen security. So somebody might have pretended to be security.
Or he's just not doing his job like he's supposed to. But all of a sudden on that day, he's there.
I don't know. This whole thing is like weird. I mean, like you say, I need an investigator. I think I deserve some answers. As a mother, they answer nothing. Homicide guy told me, we investigated this case more than any other homicide case. Well, I'd hate to see any other homicide case you investigate because you asked no questions. So how the hell did you investigate anything? And not even a question was asked.
They didn't question Courtney. They didn't question the friends, knowing that she was in an abusive relationship. They didn't take the wet towels that was there, because when you went back there, the wet towels were gone. Am I right?
Yeah.
And that right there was evidence right there. And and this thing with her harassing you, I want to play something if you don't mind. Because this is disgusting. For a person that was in love with her.
I just want y'all to hear how she talks to me and how she makes me feel.
Girl, what they standing at? Please tell me. If you're talking about all them damn TikTok followers you got on your damn TikTok, baby, they just following you. They don't mean that they started an organization to help you pursue a case that's not even.
Oh, it's Roman, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's Roman all of a sudden. This phone never does that. That's the devil trying to block us. That's what it is. But he could keep it moving because we got God over here. Okay? I have a higher power. But let that roam. She's basically just constantly harassing you. Just kind of downplaying everything. I've heard some nasty, disrespectful things that she have said to you that blew my mind, because you're grieving right now. And if she really cared about Aaliyah, like you say, it surely doesn't show it. Okay, it really does.
I got one where she's calling Aaliyah a bitch. She said that bitch was crazy. She said she was gonna get somebody better than Aaliyah.
I heard that.
And it's like, but you loved her. But now you're saying she was crazy?
Mm-hmm. I heard that. It's start roaming now. Here we go.
That's you're talking about them people. You gotta, because who is all these people?
We're not gonna rely on this damn phone. Go ahead, Satan. Keep it moving. we got facts right here. We got Miss Denise telling it. Unless you want to play it on your end.
I gotta pull out my laptop right quick.
some of the disgusting things that Miss Courtney has been saying. Let me see. Did you put your PayPal and stuff in here?
I think I did. Yeah, I'm not real tech smart. I don't know.
Girl, me either.
I put it in the press chat and wrote it. So I don't know if people got it.
And possible the police generally wouldn't review what? They sure wouldn't review anything. Ramon, private investigator, he is on here. This is someone I was telling you to talk to. Go on his page. Ramon, if you're still on here, do you have an email that Miss Denise could contact you? I did request for her to talk to you. I think that would be really good. You have a lot of knowledge and experience in investigating. So if you have her email, that'd be awesome that she could get in contact with you. Please. Right down. Okay. No. Tracy said, what the F? Yeah, the police is crazy. Stephanie says, how could they not have taken the psycho for an basically, how could they not talk to her? How could they not interrogate her? So much evidence and the police couldn't help. What is the police for then? Right. And that's what we're saying. If you can't go to the police for help, I mean, come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think they might be involved then, or somebody paid them off, because why ain't you asking no questions?
Ramon, a private investigator, says you need a cell phone for forensic person. My deepest condolences for you, Denise. Miss T, Miss V. Shout out to Miss V. She's really good with she works with cases and everything too. She's awesome. She says she sends her condolences. She's trying to discourage you. She says, somebody said she's trying to discourage you. Courtney's trying to discourage you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she don't like me talking about it or sharing anything.
He was rude as F. Miss V says, oh, you're talking about the cop that day that we heard. He was very rude to you. My phone is acting crazy, but I really want them to hear that. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. I don't know where it is on my laptop.
Okay. Maybe next time. I know some of us heard it. I see there's new people in here, so they have it.
But I had told him, basically, I'll tell you what he told me. I told him about Aaliyah Killer, how she's going by the name Aaliyah Killer and how she keeps bragging about the stuff. He basically told me freedom of speech. I'm like, what? I hung up the phone with him and I just got to thinking, okay, freedom of speech. Then if I go around and say I'm going to blow up the airport, that's freedom of speech, huh? No, they're coming after me.
Right.
So why aren't you going after her? Talking about freedom of speech. Then he told me, oh, she don't have to talk to us. Okay, well, you don't know if she'll talk to you or not unless you try to talk to her.
Right.
Well, what should we ask her? Okay, asking me like I'm a detective. Okay, don't say nothing about her killing Aaliyah, but question her, why is she making all these questionable posts?
Behind the bar said that's a confession.
Exactly. That's what I feel is a confession, but they don't want to do nothing. They're like, no, freedom of speech.
And there's a point where I know we heard Ms. V was on here with me too, and we heard how nasty he was when you was telling him like her neck wasn't broken. Was that a partner or was that a detective? Can you tell us what he had?
Hold on, I'm trying to turn this down.
What's of her? What people that told you. You ain't know a motherfucker.
Okay. Here.
I knew that girl like
I'm sorry.
If her life was
playing. What'd you ask me?
No, go ahead, play it. Go ahead.
Okay, I gotta wait till it finishes playing, then to start it again.
Okay. I remember a time where you was talking to, I don't know if it was a coroner or the police, where you said yes, but her neck wasn't broken. You know,
right.
she hung herself.
There's no damage to her neck at all. There's no bruise on her neck. It's not broken. The ligature mark goes directly around. It's crazy.
Right.
Okay, it's about to quit. I want y'all to hear this one. This is one I did not post.
Okay.
Because what she said, they look at it like a threat. But okay.
Stupid, bro. What you mean you couldn't protect her from me? Bitch, I'm not the only. What the fuck? You're stupid.
Oh, okay, not that one.
Miss Denise, please stop talking to me. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, it's the one after that. But y'all heard her say, I'm not the only. And part herself. Okay,
Play
this is
that
the one.
again. Play that again.
Okay, this is. I'll play that again, and then I'll play the one I want you to hear.
Stupid, bro. What you mean you couldn't protect her from me? Bitch, I'm not the only. What the fuck? You're stupid. Miss Denise, please stop talking to me. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Wow.
Okay, now listen to how she talks to me.
Wow.
Girl, first of all, bitch, you didn't know shit about Aaliyah. You didn't know a damn thing about your daughter, bro. You only know of what people told you. Other than that, you didn't know a motherfucking thing about that girl, bro. I knew that girl like the back of my hand. If her life was the motherfucking Bible, I know every scripture, verse, and chapter in that motherfucker. The fuck? You are fucking crazy. Get your life together, you disabled, disarmed looking motherfucker. Okay? For real. Because I was the best thing that happened to your daughter, dog. The best thing to happen to her. And a motherfucker that like you yourself, you wouldn't believe that. You know why? Because you have your own guilty conscience. You have your own guilty fucking conscience because you wasn't a fucking mother. But you can be a mother to the kids that you have right now. That's crazy. That's wild.
Now, that's only some of it. I mean, she's left me tons of messages about I'm a terrible mother. And she's left me messages about how well she knew Aaliyah. She's always saying that she's living and breathing.
I've heard that.
Rubbing it in my face. And it's like, I gotta live, I'm living and breathing. I gotta live my life.
Right. I heard that.
Yeah, it took my daughter. Then she was talking about too, she gotta buy her mother Christmas presents.
I heard that too. Throwing it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
She says that a lot. I'm living and breathing. I'm living and breathing. I'm living it. Well, Aaliyah would have been living and breathing too. Allegedly, if you would have never took her life with whoever was with her. I want to talk a little bit about. First, I want to say, I am sorry that you have to go through this.
Thank you.
And it saddens me and it hurts me because you're not getting the support that you should be getting. There was no media coverage at all. The only media coverage I seen is when you guys were on your out there fighting for Aaliyah.
And I had to go up to that lady and ask her, can I tell you my story? So other than that, I didn't get no coverage at all. I had to ask for it. And then it really bothers me that like these shootings, I can't think of the gentleman's names, but that gentleman that just got shot 60 times. What bothers me is though everybody wants to talk about that, cover that, but as soon as it happened, but my daughter, because she wasn't shot by police or something, I mean, she don't matter. Nobody wants to talk to her, and I just feel it's wrong that people can pick and choose who they feel should get justice. Everybody should get the justice that's been done wrong.
Right.
So you shouldn't pick and choose. I mean, talk about everybody. I mean, like somebody I seen on Facebook doing a live was getting ready to go to Akron, Ohio, and protest. Okay, well, what about my daughter? I mean, I've tried several times about a protest. Nobody shows up. But everybody's talking about justice and all that. But even the people that live right there in Houston don't even show up. And don't tell me you're working, because I tell you months before that we're going to go out here and protest. So it's like.
You know what it sounds like? This sounds like what Miss Carmen Day had to go through. Jelani Day's mother. I covered that, and Stay Dangerous covered that, and Miss V had covered some of that too. And I remember those are other YouTubers that I'm really close with. And I remember that Jelani's mother was saying, they're talking about Gabby Petito, but what about my son?
Right.
What about my son, my black son? No one's saying anything. And she had a friend to do what you're doing, videotape it and then just bring it out there herself, on the internet and stuff, because Jelani was missing and not one person was covering it.
People pick and choose who they think deserves justice, and I think it's wrong.
It is wrong, because I think that everybody, I mean, if a cop was shot right now, it would be all over.
Right.
All over. If a little, excuse me to say this, but it's facts. If a little white girl went missing, it would be all over. But for some reason, our color don't matter. It just doesn't matter to them. What's up, Anita? Yeah. Hey, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. I'm reading as I'm talking to her. And I want to commend you, because when I first talked to you, like, I clicked right away. Like, I was telling my fiance, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Like, you're just so sweet. And I felt bad that you got to go through this, that you don't have the help. And you know what gets me with some of these cases also is the friends. When the person is here on earth and alive, they got friends, they're hanging with them, and oh, that's my homegirl, I love her. But when they're not here with us no more, where are the friends at?
Exactly, because where my daughter had tons of friends supposedly, and none of them showed up to the candlelight. They're not helping me fight justice. They don't post about her. Two of the friends have left me stuff about how Courtney said she was going to kill her, and how Aaliyah was there for her, which I understand. And every time they do a video about Aaliyah, anybody does videos about Aaliyah, they get reported. Because
Courtney said she was going to kill Aaliyah?
Yes. And these friends, I got their statements. But this is why everybody gets reported. Let me play this one for you.
Yes, play it for us, please, because my cell phone is acting cuckoo.
You gotta go a screenshot of my brother that he sent me. He sent you a message. What the fuck? My people don't play about me, bro. They standing 10 toes behind me. Who the fuck standing behind you? Let's see. Nobody, actually. Besides your damn self. What the fuck? Girl, get your shit together. Get the fuck off of fucking Facebook trying to play Junie B. Jones like you fucking investigating some shit, like you the jigsaw man, bitch. Damn, you look fucking miserable, and that's why people laughing at your goofy ass. And that's why I'm gonna stay clowning your goofy ass, bitch.
Who's behind you? She says no one. Well, that's a lie. You got your higher power, and you got me and Brooklyn Squad right here. That's who the hell is behind you. Because I already told you stuck with me. You stuck. You're stuck. Mm-hmm. I'm the type that if I'm riding, I'm riding. You know what I mean?
For 2.5 fucking years, you dummy. You sound so fucking stupid. Whoever the fuck you got helping
I'd like to hear this one too.
Evidence you so-called have is a bunch of
bullshit. I'm not getting reported on here.
Right up your motherfucking ass and take that shit with you to your daughter's grave, my nigga. That's how the fuck I motherfucking feel.
Okay, so let's come back on. Okay.
Bro, you finna piss me the fuck off like you already been doing with your dumb ass. Let me tell you something, you fucking crazy ass lady. Why the fuck would I kill your fucking daughter if I was with her for 2.5 fucking years, you dummy? You sound so fucking stupid. Whoever the fuck you got helping you, whatever all the fucking evidence you so-called have is a bunch of bullshit. And you can shove that shit right up your motherfucking ass and take that shit with you to your daughter's grave, my nigga. That's how the fuck I motherfucking feel.
See, some of these I could not put on TikTok because she reported all of them.
Wow.
What else I got? I got the one of Aaliyah too on
window
here.
After she died, I broke her under like what 2 weeks after we all found out she passed away. You dumb crazy ass lady. What the fuck?
Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is her admitting to a crime.
Give a fuck what you typing. I don't give a fuck what. Okay, and so what? I broke her window after she died. I broke her window like what 2 weeks after we all found out she passed away. You dumb crazy ass lady. What the fuck?
She's admitting to busting my daughter's window.
To busting the window, and the police knew.
Right, and they did nothing.
Girl, wasn't nobody harassing Aaliyah. She wasn't trying to.
Not that one.
And Tracy, yes, I feel the same way. Tracy says how she talked to Miss Denise is how she was speaking to Aaliyah.
I said Aaliyah wanted. I don't know who everybody is. I don't know what.
Let's see. This is Aaliyah, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. It hurts when I freeze. When I come home, my chest hurts. Like my head got banged in. Like I want to come home, Mama. I don't care about none of that stuff. I just want to know why everybody hates me. I just want to go home. I want to go home. I can't. I'm scared people are out to get me. Like, I should never feel like that.
When I did the protest a couple months ago, the cops that were standing outside, like watching us or whatever, I let one of the cops listen to that, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "Did you let them hear that?" He was concerned.
Oh.
I said, "Yeah," and so if he was concerned, I mean, they don't care. They do not care.
Wow. And this is one of the police there?
Huh?
This is one of the cops?
This is one of the officers. He was a black officer. So maybe that's why. But it was like.
Did you get his name? Is there a way that he can try to help you? Because
No,
if he's scared.
He was standing, the 4 officers that came outside and was standing outside in front of the doors. There was a couple of families out there protesting for their families, for justice. We had pictures, and the officers wouldn't even look at our pictures. I went up to him and I was like, "Listen to this," and that's when he was concerned. But other than that, them officers, they can't really do anything because it's not their department.
Okay.
So they can't do anything. But they did send an officer out to talk to us families, and they had the nerve to send out an officer from Homeland Security.
Homeland Security?
Yeah, I guess we were stupid, and he thought that was going to shut us up.
What?
Yeah, make us go away or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
This makes me like.
See, I think because I'm looking at this one lady that was helping me.
You know, I know which video you're talking about with everyone in front of the station, and they're showing Aaliyah's picture to one of the cops. They wouldn't even look at her.
No.
They would not even look at the picture.
The security guard is
no. They looked at nobody's families. They didn't talk to us or anything. The only thing they did was stand there, and they came out with a microphone to test how loud my megaphone was, and telling us we had to keep cutting it down. And like I told them, I said our voices are louder than that megaphone.
Gwanda says she was really tired of going through that. She wanted to go home. Yes.
Yeah.
Stephanie says that is crazy. They don't want to work, Stephanie said. They need to get fired, all of them. Tracy says, go to a news station, tell Aaliyah's story. Go to the news station.
The news station here in Flint, they say it's out the jurisdiction.
What?
The news station in Houston, they act very interested, like they want to cover my story. Then they get Aaliyah's police report number, and then I'll never hear from them again. So they are obviously calling the police, and the police are like, pay me no mind, she's crazy, don't cover that story. Because in all actuality, the news works with the police, because if they don't do what the police wants, they're not going to have no stories to cover.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Because that's something I was thinking of the other day. Like, wow, what about news coverage? You know, to going to the news stations, and wow. I was even thinking about what is that thing?
That was just real.
Right. I'm looking for the ones where she said she was really threatening me.
Stephanie says the police station knows.
Yeah, I believe that they were paid off. Because one of the girls, not Courtney, their name is, and which I call all their names out, and you would think if they're innocent they would try to sue me, and I've offered their lawyer, come sue me because I want y'all to be questioned, and so therefore they won't come after me. So but I put their names out there. Ciroc Goff, she was one of the friends. Aaliyah only knew her a month. Well, Ciroc Goff's mother, which is Rose Goff, I had my friend, which was a retired forensic investigator, run her name. Rose Goff is well known in Houston. She's a playwright or production playwright, or she has ties to the police and ties to the DA, and she's worked for the school district for 10 plus years. So therefore, me and Miss Rose got into a text argument about her daughter, Ciroc Goff. She posted online that she can unlock my daughter's cell phone, and she used the wrong thumb to try to unlock it. So me and Miss Rose, that's what our text message argument was about. Well, Miss Rose just busted out the blue and said, I know more than you think. That had nothing to do with our argument. It was like, and then another funny thing Miss Rose did, when I put Miss Rose in it, and she has a house, so she would have had an attic. So yeah. So another funny thing Miss Rose did, before I got to Texas, when I was getting ready to go to Texas when my daughter died, I was here because I had to catch the train. I didn't have the money just to hop on a plane. Right. Well, anyways, I accidentally pocket dialed Miss Rose, and I had her number because she called to give me condolences. But anyways, I accidentally pocket dialed her, and I didn't want to talk to her. I was on the front porch talking to my husband and Aaliyah's sister, and I'm like, damn, I could hear her like, hello, hello. And I'm like, something told me I'm just going to set my phone down and act like I don't know I answered it and see how long she stays and listens for. Because most people, the person accidentally hung it, you're not going to sit there and be nosy. You're going to hang up the phone.
Right.
Well, she sat on the phone. I sat up there and making up things to say for like 15 minutes. I ran out of things to think of, so I was like, I need a cigarette. Came in the house and the door slammed, and she heard the door slam. Then she hung up the phone. Why? Because you were trying to get info when I was coming to Texas, what I knew, were they investigating. She's also told me in our argument, we had a text message argument, that her daughter, Ciroc, has a witness. They have proof of everything. That her daughter, Ciroc, went to a party that night and the police showed up. I said, so that's not proof unless you have police interactions and the police definitely have your name. I said, because anybody can know that the police showed up at a party. It don't mean you were there unless the police seen you and had interaction. That's not a witness. But she ended up blocking me. She ended up blocking me. So
and her daughter, Ciroc, who was she to Aaliyah?
I guess Aaliyah only knew her like a month. Okay.
Very short time.
Right. And Aaliyah's friends even said, Ciroc, they was like, Aaliyah was scared of you. The friends were scared of Ciroc. Wow. They say Ciroc is a bad person. I heard she was head of a gang. There's a drug in the autopsy. It starts with a B. It's a long word, but I guess it's a muscle relaxer. Ciroc has been in trouble by the police for that drug. My daughter has done a sex video with Ciroc. So, and it's like you only knew Ciroc a month, and then all of a sudden you're dead. So
now that drug that Ciroc got in trouble for, was that in Aaliyah's autopsy system?
Yeah. That's how we know she has been in trouble with it.
You're so evil. And you need to be committed to the psych ward. You dumb, crazy.
Okay, I found some more that I can play of hers that are crazy. Let me play this one so it finishes. Wow. But yeah, she's gone as far as talking about my appearance. Like, my teeth are kind of stained from smoking and drinking coffee. She'll go into my yellow teeth She'll be like, have you had your morning cigarette? And she just goes
It's just-
into all kinds of
just
things.
very rude and nasty. I brought
Yeah.
up the pill that Ciroc got in trouble for because that was in Aaliyah's system, and that pill is a muscle relaxer. So I'm thinking they probably spiked something with her, and it kind of got her so tired. Because I used to take muscle relaxers, and some muscle relaxers is freaking heavy, like that would knock you out. You know what I mean? And they really should have investigated that also. They really should have.
Dang, where'd it go?
Damn shame. Damn shame. Hey, Peppermint. Welcome.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let me let you hear some more nasty stuff she said that I have not been able to post.
Delusional. Like, how would you know what happened? My nigga, you were not even there. Like, nobody ain't gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you. You look like a damn fool. You are embarrassing your daughter. If anything, like, you leaving a bad legacy behind her. Like, so you really need to stop with your nonsense. And I'm gonna mention whoever, however, whenever I want to. Who, like, it don't matter. So I just advise you to stop wasting your time hitting me up, because what the fuck? You ain't doing nothing. You ain't coming for me. Because if you was coming for me, I would have already been gotten sent. Fuck. But clearly, I'm living my day-to-day life, living and breathing and walking. Thank you.
See, again, I'm living, breathing. Oh, she's walking this time. Here goes something else.
And Denise said she walking this time.
There's no way. I tried to get her for threatening me,
Right.
and I couldn't. The police here, like, you got to contact Houston, because I was going to Houston, and Houston police has got to give us some like teletype number.
What?
Yeah, and it was just a bunch of nonsense, and nobody would press charges against her.
What the hell is going on in Texas?
Oh, you're so evil. You're so evil. You're so evil. Like, girl, please stop. Stop with the madness. Stop with the madness. Get it together. You need to get it together. It's going on 2 years, boo. How long you gonna be doing this? How long you gonna do this? How long you gonna do this? Cause hey, you ain't getting any younger.
Here's another one.
And you need to be committed to the psych ward, you dumb, crazy, lunatic ass, fucking psychosis ass lady.
And this is the last one.
But I bet you can't say none of them words that I just pronounced to your ass, nor spell them. But yeah, the motherfucking psych ward, bitch. Stop fucking playing with me and hear me up, bitch. Damn. Move on with your life. Do something. I don't fucking know, but leave me the hell alone.
That's how she talks.
She got some issues.
My husband did.
I'm trying to see if I got any more of the threats.
Oh my god.
No, not that one.
Do you think you could find that thing where the I don't know if it was the police or the autopsy guy was so rude and nasty to you?
That is on my phone.
Oh, okay. You're using the phone, right? Going live with me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Here
Yeah.
go. This is Ciroc's girlfriend.
Oh.
That has something to say to me.
Just send your address, bitch, because I'm not fucking playing with you. You think I'm playing with you, but your ass won't exist when I'm done. So stop fucking messaging me. Don't do that. Just send your motherfucking address, bitch, because I'm not playing with you.
She said I wasn't going to be in existence. She tells me that her uncle is a cop. And he will stand there and watch her beat me.
I've heard that.
And to being a better mother. So, wait, this might be the police one that I got. I'm not sure what this is. Hold on.
Stephanie, it is a threat. This is a threat.
Let's see.
Many of threats.
Hang up on me. I know this has been discussed before about Aaliyah Nicole Wilson. I don't feel like I'm harassing y'all. I would just like a question answered. That's the only reason why I'll be calling. I would like to know why I have a picture of my daughter hanging, and I don't know if y'all got the same picture or if they moved it out of her hand. But you can plainly see, and everybody's seen it, my daughter is holding a cell phone in her hand. And then on her other hand, if you blow the picture up, you can see a bruise on my daughter's wrist.
I've looked at every single body camera. There was not a cell phone in her hand.
Okay, well, can I get something to send you the picture I have that you can plainly see the cell phone in her hand?
Ma'am, I've seen all the evidence. You've sent me things before. You've threatened me. You have.
Can I ask you, sir, how I've threatened you?
I've been speaking with you since 2020.
Okay, can I ask you how I've threatened you, though?
You have threatened harm against myself and my children, and we all have here asked you.
So threatening you against you and your child, which I never did, but you consider it a threat. All I want to know is if you consider it a threat that I said that I hope the same thing, that they don't investigate if something happens to your family. Basically, is what I said.
No, that is not what you said.
Can you?
I'm not going to do this anymore. You have my email. You have given me pages upon pages upon pages that I've entered it into the case file. There's 25, 30 supplements into this case. I know you have private investigators. They are now calling me saying you're harassing them. I've set up all kinds of different GoFundMe accounts. They are now calling up here, wanting to file police reports. This case is closed, ma'am.
No matter what evidence I have.
The medical examiner's office.
They're reviewing it.
Okay, ma'am. I had the autopsy that you yourself have provided, and they ruled it as suicide.
Okay, can I ask you, because on page 3 of the autopsy, it indicates that it was a hanging by suicide. That's what it says. But yet there's no damage to my daughter's neck. And the ligature mark goes directly around my daughter's neck.
Yes, that means it's a suicide. If it was a homicide, her hynoid would have been broken.
And her hynoid was not broken.
So it's a suicide. That is correct.
Okay, well,
that's exactly what I just said.
They said she used a fitted sheet that was cut to around 2 lengths. It was around the length of 2 sheets of paper, so her head was right there by the walkway. What about your natural body reaction is to fight or flight? There was no damage to my daughter's head, her neck, and her being 5'5", there's no way she could have went down the balcony.
Okay, we've gone over this several times for several years. Everybody in the department knows about it. It's very well documented. Every piece of it that you provided us, every piece that the medical examiner's office, every piece of every video camera out there, this case has been fully documented, fully investigated. It is not a homicide.
Okay, well, I got 21,000. I got 21,000 other people that feel otherwise.
Okay, well, that's not going to change ours and the medical examiner, the professionals. So
okay, so what would change y'all mind on this? Since you say my evidence is nothing.
Case is closed out, ma'am.
So there's nothing that can reopen the case.
No, this case will not be reviewed. It's been reviewed for a year, and there is nothing that's leading to homicide.
Okay, well, I did for that, so, and 21,000 other people do.
That's fine. I respect that. But
and I will keep calling until y'all answer my questions about my daughter's neck not broken. And if it was a suicide and she jumped off a railing, her neck would be broken. There would be some damage to her neck. So,
well,
okay, but you're saying it's a suicide because there was no damage. Okay.
Well, Well, when you get your medical degree indoors.
Well, when you get your medical degree, because you don't know what you are talking about, when you get a medical degree, because I've had professionals read the autopsy and they're like, what?
We've already done this for years, okay? I'm not getting involved in this anymore. You have a nice day, with all due respect, okay?
Yep. And thank you so much.
Take care. Okay. And everybody's aware of the cases. It will not be any further investigated.
Okay. And this is Morrison I'm speaking to?
Yes, it sure is. Yeah. You've also spoke to several people up here.
Okay. I know I've spoken to Lieutenant Mueller that told me Courtney was toxic and he didn't question her because nobody was on the scene, which is stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Rude.
Wow.
That's what I have to deal with constantly. And you see here, he said it's a suicide because there is no damage to her neck. But then I have the coroner recorded saying, no, that is incorrect. There would be damage to her neck. And it's like, he's like, we just,
wow.
I don't know. I can't think of the word for it, but he is just like, we're not reopening this case, no matter what you provide. We're not reopening it. It's closed. It's been investigated. And I'd like to point this out. He says the body cameras have been reviewed. How come on the police report it says no body cameras? There was no there was no cameras in the area.
Oh, wow.
So what body cameras did you review?
Oh, my laptop. Sorry, guys. That's interesting. And also, can you tell them about what says on the paperwork that we talked about?
What?
It's not a suicide. It's the form that you got. Where they say,
okay, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay. You are required to send, well, I know for Houston, everybody's required to put it in writing that they would like the police report. So I did that. I put it in writing that I wanted the police report because mine was a draft. And that's all I had for over a year was a draft. I never had the original report. So I put it in writing that I wanted the police report. I requested it. They sent me back my letter along with the letter that read, let me pull it out so I can tell you exactly what it said.
This is very interesting, y'all. Take a look at this.
It was 2 sentences.
That's how they put their foot in their mouth also, NYPD and according to asses.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm looking at my little file thing here.
Take your time, Mama. We got Ms. V says, I have several words. Cocky, arrogant, and asshole.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Hey, Shay Shay.
This says it's from the Houston Police Department. Let's see if I can get it. An official letter. And I'm pulling it out. And I will show you. It's like 2 sentences. This is the letter they sent me. See, it says City of Houston.
Yeah.
Got a little stamp on it. It's dated. It's dated January 25th. And it says something about the mayor right there. But anyways, the letter reads. It says request. See comments below. It says good afternoon. Report number for Aaliyah Nicole Wilson is not releasable. It is a confidential homicide report. You are able to contact Open Records to see if maybe the division is able to print out that report.
Ooh,
homicide. I don't understand. Exactly. Homicide and suicide are 2 different things. Why didn't you write it's a confidential suicide report or something, or just this confidential? Why'd you put the word homicide in there? I'm confused.
Alone, I think that could do that. Can't you like bring that to somebody, because that says homicide?
I know. I've asked a couple people about it. They're like, oh, that just means that you can contact Open Records and see if they can print the report. Why has it got the word homicide in there?
Right.
So I just get the runaround about everything. So it's like I'm confused, and I've taken it to my police department, and they basically said, "Oh, we don't send out nothing like that," so they couldn't tell me nothing. And it's like
Ramon says you should be able to get report VI the FOIL request. The full request. Ramon, can you send her? Can you put your email? That's the one I was telling you about, Miss Denise. Can you send your email so she can contact you, please? That would be very, very helpful. Or if not, some way that she can contact you.
I actually got, I don't physically have the piece of paper, but I have sent it to some people that were wanting to help me at first in Messenger, so it's out there, and there is a copy of it. But I wrote Sheila Jackson Lee's office representative in there in Houston, and I requested for them to look into my daughter's case. They sent me back a letter saying that I need to sign this release form so they can look into my daughter's case immediately. They've done nothing. Nothing. When I called and asked them, they looked at my case and they said, "Oh, we see you sent something, but your case has little to no action on it."
I was just about to bring up her name. Yep.
It's like Congress, I've contacted Congress. I got over 10,000 signatures on a petition. Congress told me they don't care if I have 1 million. Everybody I calls basically refers me back to homicide, and it's like FBI was like homicide. They didn't want to listen. I recently just talked to a lawyer the other day again, and I remember when he told me this. I remember a long time ago I talked to one. But he basically told me the other day, he was like, "Oh, to file a civil suit, I guess time of limitation is July 19th. So I'm like, ooh. He was like, "Oh, but you can't file no civil suit because there's no law saying the police have to investigate." I said, "Even if it's a murder and you got proof if it's a murder, they're not required to investigate." No, they're not required to investigate, and you can't sue them. Like, that is so crazy. I mean, a murder, they're not required to investigate.
Right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Ramon, can you come up here to the panel? That's the guy, the private investigator. Can you come up here, please? He's saying you need confirmation documents from them to be effective. Can you please come up here? I'm gonna Ms. V, can you put the link in down below so Ramon can come up here? It's better if he comes up here in the panel. That way you can get some, you know what I'm saying? Something, because he has experience in this. And she needs a lot of help. You have been asking for help for 2 years now. Congress, police, detectives.
And it's really frustrating to me because, okay, the first packet I mailed out, it was not put together like it is now, because my friend let me know. He was like, "Go home and put all the screenshots, all the messages you got of Courtney together. Put all the messages of Aaliyah together, and then random ones, put them all in one." So I basically organized it, and it's more professional, but it ticks me off for the simple fact that I spend my money, which is cost me like $10 a packet. I've already spent a couple hundred on mailing these packets out to people, and they don't even really help me. And it's like they just want the packet to look at it, and it's like, I mean, I'm spending my money on doing this. I mean, right. I have 3 other children. I don't have money like that.
Right. Just to what? You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna help you or they're not gonna help you. They got the package.
Right. You know? But then once they get the package, I don't hear from them again. So it's like my packages, and they make me feel like it's not evidence, and I know it is, because I posted everything that's in the packet online, basically, and a lot of people are like, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's evidence." Like Aaliyah killer, people are saying, "Oh, that's a confession."
Right. Hell yeah. So. And I've seen that too. It's on stereo. She has the nurse Courtney to say, I'm Aaliyah killer. Like what?
Yeah. I guess he hasn't deleted it because once you put it out there, it's out there.
Let me see. How can I put my link?
Oh,
God, I didn't hear myself. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me end that. I was trying to put the link another way for Ramon, but let me do it this way. Y'all got, y'all, I know I'm still kind of used to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Still used to a few things on here. So let me do it this way. I'd be scared to touch this internet. I don't want stuff to go wrong. Oh, there we go. I did it, y'all. Okay. I knew how to do it, but I was just so afraid to mess with anything on this laptop because every time I try to do something lately, the laptop will go blink.
Oh, okay.
I don't want things to mess up, so I'm just like trying not to touch. But the link is right there in the description. Ramel, can you please come up? Thank you, Gwanda. Thank you. You guys are great. You guys are amazing. Miss Denise is amazing. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't, and you haven't lost your head. Like you're still like humble. And I see a lot of hope. What was that word I was saying before? Faith. It's been 2 years. Faith. And that's big.
And one thing that really I think about almost every day that really hurts me is when I went to Texas because I had to catch the train because that's what I could basically afford. Right. Aliyah, I didn't want to get nothing out of Aliyah's apartment because I was so mad that stuff was missing. And I thank God my friend Gracie, she was in her right mind and was like, no, she knew I was going to want whatever little bit I could get. Yeah. And so she started packing one of Aliyah's little blue suitcases with little, like her toothbrush and a wig that was all matted. Just little things that I could get. Like I ended up getting a sign that she had in her room that lit up that said good vibes only. Another sign that said happy. Another sign that said smile. But anyways, I took her to end tables in the last mirror she ever looked in. And because those are big items, for 2 years, they've been in Texas. I have not been able, and I don't even know how I'm going to get my baby's stuff.
Oh, wow.
I mean, people, I thank people for giving me ideas like, I know I could ship them, but I know it's going to be expensive because they're heavy items. People have given me ideas about, I guess, people, truck drivers, they move stuff all the time and they'll move the stuff for a price. I don't know how to find them, but it's like, I appreciate people helping me, but.
You want to get her stuff. Wow. I'm so sorry, Denise. I'm sorry for all this. We need your Cash App name. I didn't see it. You said you put it down there, right?
I pressed chat where it says chat and then I pushed it. But I could just say it. It's easy. It's a $ and then it's Bucket Blast.
Okay. I'll put it in there. I'll let you
spell it. Yeah.
Okay. $. Let me see here. What's going on with this thing now? Oh, okay. $. Spell it. I'm going to make sure I get everything correct.
It's BUCK.
Lowercase or uppercase?
A capital B.
Okay.
UCK.
Okay.
ET.
Uh-huh.
And then BLAST.
Oh. Okay.
But when I go July 19th, I bought a plane ticket about 2 months ago because the 19th is coming up. But when I go to Texas, I plan on going to my friend's house and seeing how the end tables are and the mirror. And I'm kind of mad to see if it's ruined because the mirror I put in his garage, and he moved it from his garage to outside in his shed. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because the Texas weather, they have floods and all that. I'm just praying to God her mirror is okay. Praying. Hopefully it is. I'll see it when I go.
I just want to make sure it's correct. Okay. A money sign, capital BUCKET, blast.
Yes.
Right? Got it. That's your Cash App.
Yeah, that's my cash.
That is her Cash App, everyone. She also has a GoFundMe. Can we get that GoFundMe in the link?
I don't know how to do it. But I prefer the Cash App because, like I was telling you, the GoFundMe that goes directly to your bank account, and so
okay.
I don't really know when it's in there, and I use my bank account to pay my bills and stuff, and I don't want to use donated money. I want to save that,
right?
Because actually, I'll give you this piece because people haven't really donated for 2 years, so basically now I go to the blood bank to save my money up for her, and I hate getting poked by needles. Every time I get poked, I'd be like, "This for you, Aaliyah," and I just think about Aaliyah when they get ready to stick me. But I've resorted to there. So if I have to, I say in a couple months I'll be able to get a PI. I'll just save that money.
So please, thank you, Miss V. See, yours look better than mine. Thank you. Please donate. Give something. I'm gonna give something to him when Dave behind get back. He ain't gonna know. He ain't gonna know, but he'll be all right.
I know. When this first happened to Aaliyah, I got tired of putting my Cash App or GoFundMe because it was like I had 5,000 friends on Facebook. And I'm like, if y'all, I beg basically for help. I'm like, if y'all just donate $1, 5,000 people, that's $5,000.
Yeah, we were saying that before. You sure did. Yeah. If the link is right there, Ramel, I mean, I put it again for you. It's right below you. Can you see it? I just did it again. And yes, we were saying that before. Like, there's so many people on there. If someone just donate $1, that would, you know what I mean? Because I really think you need a private investigator, man. Like,
oh, I know.
I just feel like there's something else tricky. Like, this goes deeper than deep, I think, with the NYPD. Because there's a lot of covering up. And we hear that all the time out here, but
yeah, because I can't understand why Lieutenant Sweet, a lieutenant, retired at a young age. He was in his early 50s, and it's like he was mighty young to retire, and it was like he didn't tell me he was going to retire either. It was like, excuse me, it was like as soon as the autopsy came back, and he was like, well, they said it was suicide, so it's going to be suicide. And it's like, but before that, he kept telling me, I kept telling him, no, it's not suicide. He kept telling me, oh, we're going to wait till the autopsy comes back. But from day one, I was telling him, no, ask a question. I kept asking him, and he kept telling me, we're going to wait till the autopsy comes back. And then people that have read the autopsy tell me that it is botched when they read it. And they got big words in there that I don't know about, that they know about, and they're like, no, that don't make sense. I took it to a funeral home man, and he read it, and he was like, he asked me, did I have money? I said, no. He was like, because it's going to cost money. He was like, but you need to fight. He was like, fight. He was like, he said the autopsy was laughable.
We have Ramo and up here. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yes, really good. Really well.
Okay. I seem to have a little delay of some sort.
No, you're good. We can hear you really good. You know, it's funny you're here because what was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday, Miss Denise? We was talking about.
Could you hold on for just one moment?
Sure.
I hear some continued talking. Maybe there's something I need to do on this end.
Maybe if you end it and come back, I don't know.
No, I think. Well, how does that go, Miss V? Does he have to mute? No, because then if you mute, we wouldn't be able to.
I can. Oh,
Okay. Now maybe let us mute. Unmute yourself, Ramon. Let us mute and see what happens.
okay. You want me to unmute?
Yeah.
Okay, I have.
Okay, me and her's gonna mute and see what just to see what happens. Say something so that we'll know if it's because we muted ourselves.
Okay, I can say hello.
Are you still getting feedback?
Okay.
Was you still getting feedback?
Yes,
I don't know. It's weird. That happened to some. Close everything but StreamYard, she said. Okay, now that ain't you know, girl, I don't know how to do that. Damn.
okay, so I can hear you all now.
Okay.
I can
Was it good? Was it better?
it's better now.
Okay. Whew, I don't know what we did, but okay.
Not that I can tell.
Okay. I was just talking to Miss Denise about you the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I said, you came in my mind because someone said in one of my subs said, "Hey, remember that investigator, that be doing all the cases, and he was on your page one time." I said, "Oh wow, that's right." I went on yeah, because I was breaking my brain about a private investigator. Like I was even looking up investigators that doesn't charge anything. You know what I mean? Just trying to see what I can do for her. And your name came up, and I went on your page, and I told her leave him a message because we don't know your email or anything. I said, but just leave it for the last video he recently did. I'm glad you're here. I'm really
Well,
glad.
I'm happy to be here. I still get a little feedback, but I'll just bypass it. I'll bear with it. I'll bear with it. I can still hear you.
Okay. You have anything? What can? There's no help. As you heard, the police doesn't care. They're not helping. The evidence that she has, the harassment that she's going through. What can she do?
Okay, let me say this. May I refer to you as Miss Denise? Would that be respectful? Okay. I've looked at a few videos regarding what happened to your daughter. So first and foremost, I would like to say it's my opinion based on my experience with what I've done, both in private practice as a private investigator and law enforcement as well, that your daughter did not commit suicide. The biggest key for me, which is virtually a no-brainer, and you alluded to in one of your interviews, the fact that she had the cell phone in her hand. A natural response, if you're being hung, whether you do it intentionally or not, would be to reach for your neck, which is why when people are hung, their hands are normally
Who ate the last piece of cake?
in her hand. It had to have been placed in her hand. And I say that because I believe it was placed in her hand during the process of rigor mortis. And in her situations, in a hanging like that, that's what you call from what I've gathered in reviewing your case, is what you call a short fall. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. her feet were anywhere less than about 3 feet from the ground. Am I correct?
No.
Okay, so they refer to that as a short fall, which will cause the body to stop functioning in a longer period of time than if she had jumped at a considerably there was a considerable different distance, much more distance. That too may allude to some degree. Of course, I'm not a pathologist, but it would allude to maybe not seeing a certain degree of breakage in a particular area, that distance in particular. Now, moving forward with respect to how you may be able to be helped, at this point, I will forget about the police. What I believe you need is you're going to need a private investigator. What you need to know about investigators is that they are jurisdictional as well as police departments. This is why you don't get the help you want from Flint. They have absolutely no jurisdiction.
Right.
So what the investigator would be responsible for, now, if I just want to segue for a minute, what you have to be mindful of is that unfortunately, and this can hurt your chances, unfortunately, the police did not do what they should have done at the time they showed up. A person is hung. Because they're hung, that in and of itself does not suggest solely that there was a suicide. You have to make inquiry because someone could have hung her, and that would make it a homicide. So one of the very basic things, the simplest thing, is there will be a canvassing. You talked about a security officer that at some point found the body. What the police should have done was to review his logbook in confirmation of what he said. All of this information is a part of the investigative process to determine whether or not you have a suicide or a homicide. All the other stuff that you have with this, the young lady, Courtney, very, very, very incriminating. That's why that police officer, well, black officer, that's why he, I don't remember what you said he said. I think you said he asked whether or not the other officers knew about it or not. I don't really remember, but that's why he said it. It's very, very incriminating information. So you'll need an investigator from the state of Texas. Now I'm gonna tell you, you'll have to pay. You'll have to pay. Nobody's likely to do it free. If you find someone that does it free, you may not get the work you need. You see. Now, what's important about the investigator? I have someone in mind. We'll communicate with the email. I have someone in mind who was a former, if I'm not mistaken, he was a former police officer for Houston. I'll reach out to him sometime today. He's retired now, and I think he's still doing private investigations. I know he was sick a little while back, so I don't know if he stopped or not, but I'll reach out to him, and perhaps if he can't help you directly, he may be able to put you in the right place. But I'm trying not to be too long-winded. I can get a little carried away at times. But I mean, that's basically it. Now, here's what he's going to need to do. What he's going to, or she, because it may be a female, whoever you wind up with. What they're going to need to do is gather your evidence, and it can't just be documents. The documents are going to have to be verified. In essence, they will be corroborated by notary, an affidavit, let's say a second party or a third party, I should say, a third party witnessing a party who's making a statement, and then that gets notarized. That will authenticate the validity of what's being said. Otherwise, it's just simple hearsay. You virtually. You see what I'm saying? Once that information is gathered, the investigator is going to know it has to pass a threshold. That threshold is going to be reasonable grounds to believe, something referred to as probable cause. You probably heard it 1,000,001 times, but that's the threshold you'll need. Forget about the police. This is something that should be taken to the prosecutor, and probably the best way to do it. This is the information you need to bring before. You just mentioned the lady's name. Was she's a congressman, or I forget what? What's her name?
Representative Sheila Jackson Lee.
Right. This is what you need to bring before them. They will have something to work with other than your dialogue. And no disrespect intended, but that's just how the system works.
Right.
That's basically what I see you need.
With my screenshots and how you said I'm gonna need other people. I have a couple other people like my husband that have seen them, but can't they run an IP address? Because once it's written, it's out there.
An IP address for what purpose?
For to see that, or is there some way that they can tell that these were put on the internet? Because these were off the internet.
Oh, okay. So it depends. Oh, and I got one. Well, I'll answer your question first. I'm not absolutely sure. It would depend. Certainly, it's something that can be tried. There are databases that can reveal information associated with IP addresses, but that doesn't mean whoever sent it is the person who actually sent it. Somebody could have used somebody else's computer, so you have to keep that in mind. All right. The cell phone, what you need is a certified cell phone examiner. That's what you need for that cell phone. There's probably a lot of incriminating information on that cell phone. In part, some of what may be available is if she traveled to another location, and in that location, she may have lost her life. That information would be on that cell phone. The only thing that, what I mean by that is the travel from wherever she was to wherever she may have went. So what's important about the cell phone is if the cell phone is off, chances are that information may not be there. But see, you don't know. You follow? That
Right.
cell phone is going to give you the extraction of the cell phone is going to give you all types of text information, will give you telephones. This is how police find people. They know what to do. Trust me, they know what to do. If I know, they know. They know what to do. So this is what you need to look at. Now, another thing I'll say quickly. I am in the city of New York, I'm on a panel of what's referred to as expert investigators, expert people in forensic, a whole bunch of things. What I can do, I can look through the roster to see any persons that do the cell phone forensics, and I could send you that information. Now, again, these people get paid for what they do, and I don't know how you would try to work it out and so forth. Now, you mentioned an attorney. What was it? What was it you were trying to get the attorney to do?
To sue the police, but they said that you can't get the police because I thought my rights had been violated because I was not allowed to identify my body, my daughter's body. I was not notified about her death till 3 days later, and I was not notified by police, and they didn't investigate anything. Forensics didn't even come out to the scene. They immediately, in the police report, where police usually say they're going to a scene of a deceased person, it automatically said they're going to a scene of a suicide. How they know it was a suicide and they didn't? She left no note. They didn't investigate nothing.
Yeah, that's just people taking advantage of you with the presumption that you're ignorant.
Right.
That's all it is. I wish I could say it another way, but that's all it is. I mean, that's basically when it comes to the attorneys, here's how they work. If they think they can make some money, they're going to take your case. You won't have to give them a penny because they're confident that they can get something from the department.
Right.
What you need to hear from the attorneys when you speak to them, when they say that they can't take the case or they're unable to take the case, all you need is the reason why. Once you know why, it gives you a sense of what additional information you just may need and may be able to muster over some degree of time. So I mean that's about it. I tried to cover everything that I could think of.
I basically just need a PI to investigate this.
Well, yeah, as I said, I will reach out to a gentleman I'm pretty sure he's probably still practicing, but I'll reach out to him. You have my email. I did put it in the comments section, so you can reach out and we'll just. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, obviously, it's a terrible wrong. Really sad to say. It kind of deepens my heart that I mean, just let me tell you what they do. It's just so standard. I mean, I go through this daily. It's so standard. It's so standard. And to think that you had items that were removed from her apartment without the police taking a look, but apparently it did, and that hurts a lot. It hurts a.
He's freezing out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's freezing.
Yeah, I did. And see, I'd be nervous of people too because I've been scammed a couple times. I had one lady tell me she was a PI and I gave her like $300 and I found out she was scamming me. And she claimed she was a PI. She talks real good. She was there out of Houston. But if she was, I asked for my money back and she would not give me my money back. I didn't. She said she did some investigation and she claims that she met up at my daughter's apartment and somebody was named Baby Girl or something was supposed to show up. And it was like, they don't even go by them names. So she was just lying. That's what the police officer was saying, that, oh, you got investigators calling saying you're threatening us. As far as the GoFundMe, I don't know what he was talking about because I don't even post my GoFundMe, so I don't know what he was talking about.
Miss Denise, what you should know, the state of Texas requires licensing for their private investigators.
Right.
So any investigator that she showed you the license?
She gave me a license number, but it was just
no license number. She needs to show you. She's either going to have a license card or she's going to have some sort of a license placard.
She sent me just numbers, and my forensic investigator friend was like, no, it's supposed to have some letters in front of those numbers.
Numbers alone, I'm not saying she wasn't, but what I'm saying is you when you're a private investigator, you're credentialed.
Right.
And in the state of New York, they require licensure.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ramon.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
You gave a lot of information. I mean, to me, that was a lot of information. I truly appreciate it. I'm sure Ms. Denise appreciates it because she's been trying to get help for a long time. A long time. And so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And make sure you reach out and I'll get that information to you and hopefully it'll be helpful.
All right.
God bless you all. Now I just got to figure out how to get offline.
Put your link in the comments so people can subscribe to your channel as well.
Okay, very well.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah.
You all
Did
welcome.
you get his email, Miss Denise? Did you see it?
Yes, it's in the comments.
Oh, I don't know.
Unless you want me to repeat it. You want me to repeat it for
Can
you?
Repeat it for her?
You want to write it down?
Down there, I'm not on the pen right now.
Dave,
Okay, so it's in the comments.
I got a pen.
Okay. It's PI for hire. P as in Paul, E as in Edward, Y as in okay, very well. So it's PEYE, the number 4, hire, HIRE, @gmail.com.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. PEYE number 4 HIRE @gmail.com.
Right, PI for hire.
PI for hire. PEY, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
All right. All be well.
Thank you.
Blessings. I wish everyone well. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye. Wow. All right, Miss Pretty Lady Denise. What did you think about that?
That was a lot of good information, but I ain't gonna lie, kind of.
Me too. I started to write it. I couldn't find a pen. I was like, damn. And then Dave came home with a pen writing stuff. I'm like, but you know what? We got his email.
Right. So, and then he said he'll email me about the phone. That's basically what went over my head, and how I needed like some parties to say that she wrote these messages, which I don't know if they'll consider my husband as a witness, but my husband witnessed it, the messages. I showed a friend of mine the messages. She witnessed it. I sent them to a lot of people. I don't know if that counts. But like I said, and he made me hopeful and said, well, maybe there's something out there they can run to see. Because once you write it, it's out there. It's on the internet. And these were written. And I mean, she wrote things that only she would have known. And I mean, if she says that somebody else used her computer or phone, and more than likely she used her phone, don't nobody have your phone but you. Nobody had her phone but her.
Wow. And Miss V said that was awesome stuff. Yeah, I'm so grateful that he came on here because we was just talking about him. Wow. So now we got the email. I'm gonna I'll text you that email when we get off. I'll text you on your cell so you can have that. And whatever we didn't understand, just to ask him again. Yeah. And he'll explain it to you. He's nice like that. He's awesome. And the fact that he's gonna put somebody in your direction, this is good. This is good stuff, right? I mean,
hopefully it'll be somebody, because like the last one, the lady that scammed me, the PI, we've made an agreement. She was like, she said she was gonna do it for free, and I was like, no, I don't expect nothing for free. I'm not like that. So I'm like, I'll give you money every now and then, but thank you for helping me and not wanting the like a couple $1,000s. What most PIs want, they want thousands of dollars up front. That I can't do, but I can give you a couple hundred, and so it equals up to what you want. So. Oh, your mic's muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh. When they say free, that lady, she was a scam artist, so you got to be real, real careful.
She was.
Yeah.
Well, I've been since this has been going on, I've been scammed probably about 3 or 4 times, and that's just evil of people to take advantage of even mother like that. Is like that's going through something, trying to get justice, and you're gonna scam me? No, that's just wrong.
Check.
I've got something planned for you. I'm sorry.
Check your Cash App.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to check it right now. Well, Every time I
She's
had
like me, y'all. When it comes to technology,
yeah, I don't know how to do too much or nothing.
listen, when it comes, she just like me. I'm feeling her on that one. Stephanie said the dumb police officer said that it's been 2 years and this is going on. Does the dumb police officers know about cold cases? That's right. Police officer Moore is dumber as fuck.
And you see how he said I threatened his child, but he couldn't tell me how.
Lakeisha says, how old are the other women involved? How old are they?
Sarat Goff is 28 years old. Courtney Brown is 26. I believe there's a man involved. His name is Sparkle Jones. I was told he was acting funny that day and didn't want to talk about my daughter. He wasn't talk about that. They're in their 20s, I believe. They're not even 30 yet, so they're in their late 20s, early 20s.
I wanted to talk about the guy because there is a guy that's in the mix of this. When we talked about some guy, some boys, kids, some.
It might be two. Okay. Story is, when I went out to Aaliyah's apartment. Let me go in the other room so it's quiet.
I'm gonna put mute for my end so you could
when I wanted to find out, when I got to Texas, I wanted to find out about this guy Fargo Jones that I thought was involved. So I ran into this little Mexican girl in my daughter's apartment complex, and she was like, "Oh, you're the mother," and I was like, asked her if she knew Fargo, and I wanted to know where Fargo Jones lived. And she said, yeah, he makes runs for my man, Michael. And I was like, so she showed me where Fargo lived and whatnot. And that was the first time I heard about this character, Michael. Then I heard about Michael again. I get a telephone call out the blue from this girl named Bella, out the blue. And she told me, you know how women get mad at their significant other, their men or whatever, and they want to tell on them. So she basically told me, she was like, I want to tell you about this Michael Dozier. I found out his last name was Dozier. She said that he sells drugs out at my daughter's apartment complex. So he sells drugs to the people that work in the office. He sells drugs to security guards and the residents out there. And I was told that then she went into a story about my daughter, and she said that my daughter called the police and snitched on Michael Dozier's trap house out there and told the police where his trap house was. And he said that he was going to get my daughter, and a month later my daughter is dead. So another story about Michael. I
don't mean to cut you off, Denise. Did you say he was selling drugs to the security guard? Ooh, and the security guard is at your daughter's complex.
Right.
Got it. All right, go ahead.
And another thing I hear about Michael is I had this Facebook message from this Zeke Will. And it was a message from October of 2020, so a few months after my daughter died. He said, I want to tell you about your daughter's murder. He was like, call me. And he's like, I got information on your daughter's murder. Call me. So I went on his Facebook page because I found this message a couple months ago because, you know, I don't know about hidden messages and all that. And well, I went on his Facebook page after I read the message, and I seen he hadn't been on Facebook since March of the year 21. So I'm like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to get a hold of him. So he had a friend. I went under his friend list. He had one friend. The one friend, his name was OG Will. So I punched in OG Will's picture. I seen him sitting on the car in my daughter's apartment complex. He was like a picture of him sitting on the car out there, and I'm like, So I messaged him, and I was like, I started to message him and ask him if he knew Zeke, because that was Zeke's only friend. And something told me, no, you better not do that because you don't know what's what. So I erased the message, and he came back with like question marks, and I was like, oh, came up with a lie right quick. I said, oh, I must have messaged the wrong person. And then he messaged me back and was like, oh, okay, but I don't know because you erased it. So while he was messaging me that, I sent my forensic investigator friend his facial picture, a picture of him. I said, who is this? Because I knew OG Will was a fake name. I said, who is this? She came back and she said, that is Michael Dozier. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, he's sitting at the car in my daughter's apartment complex. I was told he's the kingpin out there. The forensic investigator told me that he had a big, long list of court dates and all this of going to court, and he has residence in Illinois. I think it was Illinois. Residence in Las Vegas and Dallas. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Because the month after Aaliyah died, Corky ran to Dallas, Blue ran to Las Vegas. So I'm like, so. But that's the story about Michael. You got it. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm off mute now. Wow. Holy crap. Someone said, hell, Ms. V said, hell, the security had motive too then.
Exactly. I mean, I feel that they put that phone in my daughter's hand, or she was holding it because she was always on her phone. So they might have killed her and she was holding it and rigor mortis set in. Or they placed it in her hand and they took a picture to tell people and show people this is what happens if you talk too much. Talk too much. So
it could have been when if she did rat that drug dealer out, that stopped his money flow. Now the security guard don't get no more drugs either.
Right.
And he's an addict, so he was using heavy. And that's why have you tried to reach out to that security guard? I know you have, but I want to hear, them.
When it first happened, but they never returned my call, would never talk to me.
Right. She's reached out to him. He won't return the phone calls. But he's the same one that works there and took a picture of Aaliyah hanging from the freaking balcony. He had time to do all that. Same security guard who uses drugs around there. Wow.
There's stuff going on around there. I figure too. It made sense. The apartment complex, people that work in the office are getting drugs from him. That's why they wouldn't file vandalism charges on Courtney for breaking out my daughter's window, because they refused to file vandalism charges. So I'm like, that's probably why they didn't want to file vandalism. So because they know Courtney and they knew Courtney did it, and that window stayed broke for a couple months after my daughter died, and we fixed it. But this is a strange story I'm gonna tell y'all too, because strange things happen. When I had gone out to my daughter's apartment complex, and when I first heard about the Michael character, but when I ran into the little Mexican girl that was gonna show me where Fargo lived, it was me, my friend Gracie, which is Mexican, my husband, which is black, and the little Mexican girl, and me, of course. So look at us, it was like 3 white people and a black person together, basically, because we're all like real light, but 3 light people, I guess. But anyways, me and my friend Gracie, we decided we didn't want to bring attention to ourselves because it was like a black apartment complex, so we didn't want to bring attention to ourselves. So we went to the driveway in the apartment complex where the apartments were, but where people drive at. We went there to stand and let the little Mexican girl show my husband where Fargo lived. And while we were standing there, a guy pulled up with a teardrop under, I believe it was his left eye. I'm not sure what eye. But he pulled up, had a teardrop under his eye. He got out the car and he started questioning me and my friend Gracie about what we were doing out there, what our names were, where did we live. And then he asked us for some apartment building number. And we were like, we don't know, because we didn't live out there. And he got back in his car and left. Me and my friend Gracie, we decided to turn around and see what building we were standing in front of. And we were standing in front of the exact building he asked about. But he didn't go to the building. He got in his car and left. He wanted to know information, just like that little Mexican girl when she took my husband. She was ducking and diving, talking about people got cameras on their balcony and stuff, and she don't want to be seen helping us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So Courtney deals with some dangerous people.
Yeah.
Now that guy, is he Courtney's friend?
Yes, they know him. I believe it's gangs involved. Courtney's made statements that she's not in a gang, but yet, like for instance, I have a screenshot that I got off Courtney's page where it's of a blue room, and she said, I would like this in red. And she's got a red blood drop and a red B. And it was like blood. And then there's like several statements where she's talking about bloods. I got one of her profile pictures. She has a bunch of people that are in a gang, and they're all throwing gang signs. But you're not in a gang. But yeah, you're talking about a gang, and you're posting pictures of people throwing gang signs. So it don't make sense.
Tracy said, hey, Staying Dangerous, I see you. Tracy said, do you think maybe someone else snitched and blamed Aaliyah?
I was told that Courtney, it was supposed to have been Courtney, not my daughter, and Courtney put the blame on my daughter. And whatever happened, she blamed my daughter for it, and they got rid of her. Because if we go back to that spirit box, I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but in that spirit box, my daughter says she got set up. She said that she came short, and she said, it's serious, Mom.
She came short. What do you think that means? She came short. Wow.
Something with the gang. And she said the neighbor knew everything. And I was thinking,
I heard that.
Yeah, and so I was thinking the next door neighbor, because the next door neighbor said that he came outside one day, and my daughter, his walls used to bang, and then he came outside one day, and my daughter was sitting on the stoop all bloody, talking about call the police. I was thinking it was that neighbor, but no, it was the neighbor where she was found hung at, because it was right in front of that person's apartment. His living room window was right in front of his living room window where she was found hung. And I had knocked on that door, and I heard somebody in there, and they would not answer the door. So that's the neighbor she was talking about. He knew everything. He knew what happened.
Have you tried to contact him?
It's been 2 years. He's probably not here anymore. But I know if people know Lady G off of TikTok, this high TikToker, she did the protest with us, but after the protest, we went out to Aaliyah's apartment complex. Lady G is around 80 pounds. My daughter was 150 pounds.
Oh, I seen that, yeah.
Lady G went upstairs barefooted to see if dirt was on her feet. Dirt was on her feet, and she jumped on the balcony. The balcony buckled under her little 80-pound weight. So it seems like the balcony would have broke with my daughter's weight, and she jumped.
Someone said, well, she said drug. Maybe it was the drug.
I can't hear you, hon.
Oh, someone said, so when we said what came up short, Gwanda said selling drugs, maybe money came up short.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
Really? Oh, no.
Your voice is like super low.
Really? Can you hear me now?
You're low. I can hear you, but barely.
Oh, man. Damn. Hold on.
I don't know if anyone else has that problem.
Hold on. Go now. What about now?
No, you're still low. I have to put the phone to my ear.
Oh, wow. Hold on. I don't know why. Can y'all hear me? It sounds like it could. Oh, they're talking about something else. Can y'all hear me in the chat? If I sound really low?
What are they saying? You sound low? Or is it just me?
We can hear you both clearly. It's you.
It's me?
Yeah, they said they can hear us both clearly.
Okay, I can hear you, but it's just hard.
Maybe you wanna. Well, what time is 2:30 now? You want to go back in and come in, but they said they can hear us both. They can hear us both good. We both hear you both good. You sound good.
Okay, I'll go out and come back in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. Maybe Denise turned your volume up. Yes, you sound. Oh, I hope she could get the link again. Let me see. We can hear you both. Wow, guys, Brooklyn Squad. We got 16 people. I hope I got 16 likes. Please. I want to thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate that. Let me send the link. Oh, I didn't have to send the link. There she go.
Okay, I hear you now.
There we go. Okay. Someone was saying, Gwanda was saying, when your daughter said came up short, maybe it would have been the drug money. You don't like
It could have been the drug money. It could have been that she made a prostitute and she didn't give up all her money.
Maybe they were, because we allegedly the ex-girlfriend Courtney was pimping her. And if she's involved with these guys, and this is the crazy thing, that the police is not looking into this. This is so much stuff that you have came up with and you have proof of, and oh my God, I just hope that this case gets solved. I'm not going to say I hope it's going to get solved. I don't like to say oh, maybe it'll get solved. I pray that it gets solved. I pray and pray and pray, because there's something deep here. There's something deep. And Courtney put her foot in her mouth so damn much that we've been seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just basically just came out to the world and said, I am the killer.
Yeah, she kind of like brags that she got away with it and that she's the killer, and like, but
right.
I can't get no peace until she comes to justice. She needs to be off the streets.
Because God forbid she'll do this to someone else. We got Miss V here. Hi, Miss V. Make it go viral, baby.
Hey, what's up, Jazz? Hey, Miss Denise, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Because my condolences to you, but I came up to say that you probably can't hear because you might have got a phone call. And if you got a phone call, you have to drop down and come back up and you'll get your audio back.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it was. I didn't get a phone call. I didn't see one.
Oh, okay. Usually that's what it is, though. And if it's still low, if you drop down and come back up, you'll get your audio back.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm listening, taking all of this in. And I will be reporting this on my channel too. Jazz is going to come on my channel and we're going to talk about it over there. And we have other content creators that's into crime that would also support, just so we can try to spread the word as much as we can. We can only do, what we can do. And I hope what Mr. Romel told you, you'll be able to go get that FOIL. I was trying to get him to repeat what he said down in the chat, just the things that you can do outside of getting the PI, because we know that costs money. But whatever he was saying that you need to retrieve, just re-listen to this again when he came up. Just listen to it again and do all those steps, because that's like the most light I've seen in this case. I'm gonna be honest. This is horrible, and I'm so sorry that you've been treated this way, not only by the girlfriend, but by the police, and it's a damn shame, and I'm pissed off for you. So,
thank you.
All right, I'm out of here.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, it is a damn shame. And that was a good thing she said, like we could listen to it and his part and write it down. I'm gonna do that when we finish this. I'll listen to his part and then I'll write it down for you, and I'll send it to you and stuff like that, You have other babies. You have other kids.
Yes, I have 8-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and then I have another little girl that's 10. My 10-year-old is the one that really knew Aaliyah the most, because my twins were only 2. I think my other one was 4, but Aaliyah always used to do her hair and stuff.
Oh, she wanted to come home to her siblings.
Right. She posted that she missed them, and she's had me send her pictures of them. One time I sent, probably like last year, or the last year she was alive, I sent her a Christmas box with family photos and stuff like that, and Courtney destroyed it.
What?
Courtney, my daughters made statements about how Courtney took her phone. Courtney takes her house keys.
Wow. Disgusting. She wanted to get out of that damn relationship for sure. And it sounds like Courtney obsession went from if I can't have you, nobody can.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been through that before for many years with my ex-husband. So it's dangerous, it's scary. And a lot of people say, well, why can't you just get out of that relationship and just leave? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. I had my ex-husband tell me, bitch, I will kill you and throw you in the river and nobody will find you. Nobody cares about you, so nobody's gonna come looking for your ass. And I used to think he's serious. Because I don't know my family, so who will miss me out there? So it's not that easy when people tell us just leave the relationship and get out. When you don't have a plan, it's hard. And Aaliyah sounded like she had a plan. She was coming home. She
Right.
was on her plan to come home. I believe we talked about how her bags were packed.
Yeah. She was her plan was her lease was up July 31st. She was planning on coming home, leaving all her bed, her household stuff. She didn't care about none of the stuff. She was just taking her clothes and stuff.
Right. So she was ready to come home, and someone stopped and someone took this beautiful young lady's life with that beautiful voice that she has. I heard her singing on one of her videos. You know, she seemed a little shy type. Was she a little shy, like a little
Yeah, she always covers her mouth and stuff.
She is beautiful. She looks just like you. Wow. So much. I'm really grateful that he gave that information. So that's the path right there that you're on. That's the path. That's the beginning. Because like Ms. V said, that's the best I've heard so far. You know what I mean? Because no one has given no help. So when no one's giving no help, no one's saying anything, we can't even invest, who do we go to?
Right.
I mean, like, you got a lot of con artists out here too. You know what I mean? You pay somebody to do something like you said, and then something else. There they go with your money. Money don't grow on trees. You know what I mean? Shit.
Right. Yeah.
Does anybody want to ask Miss Denise anything? If not, we're going to Denise Cap Act. Yes, they put your cash app down there.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, they probably, I believe people donated. Also, Miss Denise has a page, like, you know how Jelani's has a group page on Facebook. Miss Denise has one also for Aaliyah. Can you tell them the name of that?
Yeah, it's Justice for Aaliyah, like the singer's name, but with one A.
So go in there, post comments. It's just like the rooms that you see, like Jelani's parents has, they room up there. People go and post comments and say what they think, or if you have any advice or suggestions or anything, that's really good. I also put up I didn't know Miss Denise put one up, but I did a room for Lee as well. And it's Brooklyn Squad, so people would know because there's 2 rooms now. Denise has one and I have one, and it says Justice for Aaliyah. Yeah, Justice for Aaliyah. And it's the same thing. You come up there and support. Support. Please put this story everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Listen, we even found a couple of other sites, right? Miss Denise, that we was on trying to get on. I had posted, but when someone tried to do the link, it wouldn't go. I don't know. But post this everywhere. Please support. Please, because the media then pick it up, and a lot of people talk about YouTubers, but YouTubers are the ones that's putting the story out. You know what I mean? YouTubers are the ones that's putting the story out. Podcasters are the ones that's putting stories out. You know, so please, you've heard it from her own mother. You heard it. Who knows her daughter best is the mother. You heard it from Miss Denise. You see the cries that she's cried on other posts that I have shared with you. You heard today about Miss Beautiful Aaliyah crying, saying she wants to come home. Okay? You saw her dreams. She didn't take her life. She had dreams and aspirations. She was coming home. She had siblings. And the suicide story don't even make sense with the cops. There is so much evidence that she has. Please post this everywhere. Everywhere. I don't care if you posted it to the goddamn NYPD. Post it. I have reached out to Tara, what's her name? Tara Hall. You know who Tara Hall? Yeah, remember we talked about that? I had sent an email with a long note, about what's going on and a lot of information. I'm gonna check my email. What was the other one? John Walsh. I was looking for his stuff, but when I went on his Facebook page, it was 2 years old stuff. So I'm trying to find the new stuff. You know what I mean? Because believe me, I'm reaching out to them too. Okay, everybody, just post it. And Miss Denise, we're gonna have you come back here, right, another time, to find out what that investigator said.
Okay.
You know, the guy that he sent you to. You know what I mean? Once hopefully things start getting rolling, we'll have you back so you can share, what's going on with that. I'm so grateful that you came on here. I'm grateful that I got to know you. Besides being on here, you know what I mean? Like, us talking and stuff like that. You're a beautiful person. I feel your spirit.
Thank you. And everybody can look for on my Facebook Live under Justice for Aaliyah. On the 19th, I will be posting, July 19th. I will be doing a live showing that they are in front of Aaliyah's apartment complex and what happens. And then August 4th on her birthday, I will be doing a live. I'm going to be doing a garden in honor of Aaliyah, of her favorite flowers and stuff.
Oh, she like flowers and stuff like that? She like flowers?
Yeah, she like wildflowers. She had beautiful tattoos of wildflowers and butterflies and stuff.
Yeah, seeing some of her tattoos and stuff.
This is the one I got. See. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wrong.
I see it now. Yeah.
There's Aaliyah, and then it has the date, her birthday and death. So.
August 4th is her birthday. Justice for Aaliyah.
Thank you.
Of course. You have anything else you want to say?
Nope, that'll be it. Just people be looking for me on doing lives on there.
And you're frozen. You froze up.
Oops.
Okay, there you go. And she also have a YouTube page. Tell them your YouTube page name.
Yep, that's just.
Froze up again.
Let me go in my house. It's probably me. But
when this August 4th is my twin's birthday. Oh wow.
Oh. But yeah, it's either the number 4 or the FOR. than my pages are, and they always are. Justice for Aaliyah.
Yeah. So it's Justice for number 4 Aaliyah. That's the one that I looked under. Justice for Aaliyah. And she also subscribe. I know a lot of you have subscribed. I went on everywhere, posted subscribe. So continue to subscribe. She's also on TikTok. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Oh, she's everywhere, y'all. She's on Instagram. So subscribe to her. Post this everywhere. Post it, because I feel like the more the story gets out, the more people are going to be like, you know what? I want to hop on this too. I want to try to help get justice. Because this is insane. It's sad. It's insane because the NYPD is just so, and I'm going to say they damn nasty, disgusting, and they don't give a damn about Black people. Let one of their kids, something happen to one of their kids. You know what I'm saying? It'll be posted on a freaking airplane somewhere, probably. You know? So that's just wow. It's 2:46. We started at 12. So yeah, we got a lot of got some good information from Ramel, and I pray that everything goes well. And I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and I'm not gonna stop. That's just not me. Once I'm invested in something, I'm going hard. And I'm still gonna contact you anyway, so I'll be messaging you and stuff, my little message buddy right there now, y'all. Make sure you're good. And how's your husband doing?
He's doing good.
Okay. I hear the kids in the background. Hey, kids. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're gonna shut this down. We're gonna end this video. And I just wanna see if anybody. Please link to both Denise. Yes, please link to both Denise Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. She's everywhere. And that's a good thing that you got a lot of things like that. I didn't know. I wasn't on TikTok until you started TikTok. I said, oh, shoot, okay.
I'm on everything because Courtney, she be on Twitter. Like I'll be checking her Twitter to see what she tweets. She's under Suckerface Twist.
Yeah, I seen that. Oh, she blocked me, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you go to Stereo, she the username Suckerface, but usually if you use that name and go to Twitter, you'll find her on Twitter.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she blocked me on Twitter. Once she knew I was trying to help you on the case and stuff, she blocked me. She said nothing but block. I was like, okay then. Ew. Hi, Impress, baby. I see you. Okay, Ms. V posted your Facebook and your Twitter link above and stuff. So that's
thank
good.
you.
Yeah, shout out to Ms. V. Okay, y'all. Thank you for coming on here.
And, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I really. So you're so strong. I couldn't imagine. But I'm gonna keep in contact with you and Brooklyn Squad. I want to thank everyone for being so supportive in the comments and for showing up and for donating and whatever you did. I really appreciate it. Justice for Aaliyah. Justice for Aaliyah. And God bless. And I will talk to you later.
Okay? All right. Thank you. We'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Okay, bye.
Bye. Let me play my little thing right here, y'all. Okay, let me see. It might be a little loud, but it's not gonna be loud for that long.
Hey, Brooklyn Squad, what it do, y'all?
And that is
Well, I'm going Mondays up to 12.
I'm on. Hold on for a minute, Dave. Okay, guys. I love you guys, and thank you for showing up. I appreciate it, and God bless everyone, and everyone have a blessed Saturday. Okay. Be safe while you're out there driving, and Just thank you for showing up today. I really appreciate it. I really do. Be safe. Hold your kids tight. If you have siblings, kids, nieces, hold them tight because this is a funny, crazy world we live in. All right, prayers up. Justice for Jelani Day. Justice for Alexis. Justice for Leah. Justice for John Bonet. You know, justice for all those that did not get justice. I love you, Brooklyn Squad, and everyone have a blessed Saturday. Bye. Justice for Aaliyah.
You did good.